Shalom, True Royal. Shalom, everybody in the chat.
How you doing? Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
I just sent you a very important email related to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you might want to read portions of this. And you'll see why when you pull it up. And it gives
this is the same thing I got.
Oh, you got the same thing. Okay, cool. Because I was looking at the breakdown, and well over 20 plus years ago. Just want to say real quick, Lisa, I'm well versed in this because they had ended affirmative action in the state of California.
Mm-hmm.
So this all falls in. So I'll be able to chime in even more. But I like the breakdown of this. But what I will do is I will put the link in both of our channels because I think people need to also read this on their own or at their own leisure or follow and all of that, because this is really interesting. Really interesting. Oh, I can't wait to look into this.
Just know one thing, y'all. They're doing this to hurt us. They think this is hurting us. See, they were astonished, and I want y'all to think back. When they took affirmative action out, they thought they were going to get this bad reaction, this big meltdown from the Black community. They were shocked. They got little to no reaction from us. They did. See, now that Trump is doing this, they're watching us. They're watching us hard to see how we're going to react. I say don't give them what they want. Don't give them what they want.
Yeah.
Don't give it to them.
Well, I want to say this. I was still working at the time when affirmative action was abolished in the state of California. And I remember this white man ran up to me, this older white man, and he was just so elated. And then on top of that, he wanted me to know that he was dating a Black woman. They a trip, but racist to the core, but he dated a Black woman. So anyhow, make a long story short, I said to him that that any obstacle that you put in my people's face, we always meet the standards and succeeded. So you're saying based on their own merit. So this is what Trump is saying about his folks, that he believed that his folks is so brilliant and got such a high IQ just on their own merit, they can just waltz in any workplace and super exceed everybody that is standing. Okay, it's something else that Trump is saying. I can only speak of my occupation. In the world of construction, a lot of these white guys would get these contracts as being, a contractor. Then what they would do is because when you get your contractor's license, it's so many people that you can add on it without them having to take the test. And they would put their wife on it, so she would be considered a minority, and then she would get other portions of that contract, might do the traffic control or something like that. So what he has already did is knock his own woman out of the food chain. Right then and there. You see how this stuff is already backfiring? So whoever these people that are encouraging him to do this, they not even thinking it through. They so well
Look at
trying
what
to
happened
snap
to the
us.
Asians.
Huh?
Right. Look at what happened to the Asians.
Mm-hmm.
When they went after affirmative action, and look at what happened to them. They can't even get into colleges, most of them.
Sure can't at all. What happened to the Asians? They just got their money took. They are complaining up here in the Bay Area right now that they can't hit the glass ceiling in corporate America. But see, you came after us, and I keep telling people it's a cost messing with us. They wanted to question, why is all these black kids in college? Apparently, they must have cheated. I have 2 college graduates. They did not cheat. There was no way that they could cheat to get in college. It ain't no damn way. We know we already being watched. It exposed you.
Asians cheat because y'all remember the college cheating scandal? It was nothing but whites and Asians.
That was it.
You know, it was no one else.
But you always messing with us. So yeah, I've been saying for the longest, for the enemy to lay their swords down. We know this ain't gonna happen, but I gotta say it. Lay your swords down and let's start on an even playing field and see who super exceeds. They're going to always keep it, and we already seeing the side effects of a rigged system, and they already crying and pissing and moaning that they can't make ends meet. Now he's saying base it on their own merit. It's still, the system is still damn rigged. They ain't going to never do it like that. But
it's
Trump,
based on race. Jobs in America from day one all the way up until now is based on race. It has never been a system of merit. Never.
And then when you see in the breakdown of it, and you making it like somebody then rigged up stuff to allow us to get in the workplace on these federal jobs and everything. See, this is the thing that blows their mind, Lisa. When we do start, get in the workplace, they are astounded at the levels that we can achieve. Well, we already know that we would have to supersede everybody in there. So when we are working, you are getting the cream of the crop every time. They ain't figured that one out either. I can say this over and over, and they can be listening and say, okay, we'll start hiring black folks that really ain't that educated and all that kind of stuff like that. When we are out there applying ourselves, we already the cream of the crop, even amongst ourselves. But see, you're not going to lay your swords down. You're going to continue to cheat. But this arrogant ass, racist ass, bully ass president think his folks on the decline, folks, are so brilliant and so grand and great, they can just come on their merit. You're dumb.
Right. He don't even come on his merit. He don't even come on his merit. That's why you got 34 convictions, because you ain't even working on your merit. You trying to cheat and scam and lie and just turn on people. So he's not even doing anything on his merit. So where does he come up with they can make it, this country is going to go back to merit? You never been on that. You never been on no damn merit. And if we don't see y'all cheat, y'all be cheating all day long on these jobs. I have seen it with my own 2 eyes. Y'all cheat all day long on the job.
That's all they know to do. That's all they know to do. They come in like that, like you saying. Look at Trump. What has Trump done all his life?
Cheat, lie, steal.
Because
remember he had Trump University. He tried to run with all that money. Trump tried to steal all the time. He done did it with all them businesses. That's why him and his children are not allowed to start any more businesses in the state of New York, because they will get money. They'll set up fake charities and then steal all the money.
Yeah, and run off with it. Let's back up. When Trump,
but that's on merit. Wait, is that on merit, Donald Trump? Is that on merit? Is that the merit you're talking about?
When Trump was, from the time Trump entered school, when he entered when he entered preschool all the way up to college, he cheated all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
All
And
right.
even his sister said she did his homework for him when he was in college. He didn't even do his own homework.
And I'm telling you, this right here that they talking about backfired in California. Because now that I recall, I was pregnant with my son, my youngest son, Cleveland, and he almost 30 years old. This did not work in California. Because this is this one right here, they are projecting this towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And
All they're doing.
and if they if you want to really base it on merit, Trump, because the system is still rigged, all you're gonna see is us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are the cream of the crop. This is funny to me. This is real funny to me because when I started
going to base it on merit, then all of y'all got to get out of sports. Because we are the embodiment of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
But he really think right now he's hurting us. See, like I said, before he took office, his people done got in his ear and told him they want this stuff gone, and he's just carrying the whole thing out. That's all this is.
Well, what blew my mind here is they said terminating illegal discrimination in the federal government. Okay, so they follow executive actions hereby revoked. So the first one he gonna put here, they have here, is this one was enacted in February 11th, 1994. Federal actions to address environmental justice for minority populations and low income populations. Again, low income populations. So basically, when you say low income, the subliminal message that comes out is us.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And many of them are low income, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Many of them are low income. That's why they are the biggest welfare recipients in the country. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if you haven't heard, you should have heard by now that Donald Trump, and look at the timing of this, y'all. He got inaugurated on MLK birthday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And days later, he's taking out civil rights, which he knows MLK fought hard for. Don't think this was not timed and planned the way that you're seeing it. It is. These people are very calculating when they're evil.
Mm-hmm. Now, I ain't even read all of this, Lisa, and I just caught another one that I know what I'm talking about.
Well, I was going to go over the whole thing, and if you want to chime in.
I just want to say this one part, and then please go over the whole thing. Okay. They said holding federal contractors and subcontractors responsible for taking affirmative action and allowing or encouraging federal contractors and subcontractors to engage in workforce balancing based on race, color, sex, sexual preference, religion, or national origin. He just cut the throat of his own woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be quiet, I think.
Well, then let them do it. That's up to her to do something about it. But we know how his woman roll. What she gonna do is be upset by it, right? And then come, Black women, you should be joining us. Just like this People's March out here in DC that they had during his inauguration. Mm-hmm. Oh, they were all over TikTok trying to convince Black women to come out there with them. And every single one said no.
Yo, you on your own.
Every single one said no.
So he just made it where them white contractors can no longer have they woman be a subcontractor because he want the whole damn contract.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it consistently in the world of construction. That woman don't even show up at the office. He just put her name on it and he get the whole damn contract and stuff. You didn't even think that shit through. They're going to be all upset.
Mm-hmm. No, that's on them.
I'm loving this.
That's on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the way I see it, this is what happens. It's called greed, you
Mm-hmm.
know, but they always try to put on these fake airs like we're always a hindrance to them. And it's a bunch of BS.
Mm-hmm.
How are we in your way? You control the whole goddamn system. So how can we be that much in your way? Man,
Yeah,
get
I
out of
mean,
here.
the system is built in such a way for us in their favor. So what is the damn problem?
Right.
That's the part I'm not getting at all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I don't
And
understand
then you
either.
got the arrogance to think, say, well, based on your own merit, and your fat diaper wearing ass can't do nothing straight.
Right.
At
So
all.
what did he do on his merit? I mean, because he's practically admitting, he is admitting he cheated to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
In the White House. How is that on your merit?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. He talks out of both sides of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, on your merit. Y'all ain't done nothing in history in this country on no damn merit.
Mm-mm. It
Nothing.
ain't in them.
Mm-mm.
It just ain't in them. They have to rig stuff in their favor and all. Because like I said before on your first stream, Lisa, this is all about fear.
Yes. Yeah. Their numbers are dropping. They know physically, they can feel things are being taken away. Trust me, their spirits can feel what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just take it back to the giants when they knew their time was limited on this earth and they were begging Enoch to go to the Heavenly Father and try to change his mind about taking them all out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I said, you go back and look at those giant videos, you can see the fear on their faces.
Yes,
Even
you can. Yeah. And I didn't even know what that was until you taught me about that, Lisa. I said, that's amazing. You can see skeletal remains, and it was the fear of death because they couldn't even sleep. They was getting visions of.
mm-hmm. They knew they were dying. The Most High was making them dream about their own deaths before it
Mm-hmm.
happened, before that great flood happened on the planet. Can you believe that? He made you dream about your own demise. Wow. Yeah, I would have been scared too.
Mm-hmm. And you can still see it in the skeletal remains and stuff. Now, on my channel, Anne Marie Yah said, keep in mind that there are only 7% worldwide.
Yeah, that's all.
That ain't even a drop in the bucket.
No, it's nothing.
Uh-huh.
They know it. They know it. And it may not even be that 7% because you know they're not reproducing. And you know how they love fudging numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you it's half of that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just 3 or 4%.
Well, you know what, Lisa, let me tell you what happened. So because I don't want people to fear things, because I was saying to people, if you're trying to get federal, trying to get contracts from the government and all this kind of stuff. So here in the state of California, when they did what they did with affirmative action, and making sure we wasn't even getting any contracts anyway, barely any contracts. What ended up happening was PG&E up here in California, they were so backlogged, they had to start giving the contracts to the brothers. They was that backlogged because people was upset that things wasn't being done. You want your power running adequately, or and things like that. So they were so backlogged, they was withholding stuff, and the white boys was getting so many contracts they couldn't even fulfill all of the contracts. They was left no other choice but to give it to the black contractors.
Right. Yeah. They do that. You remember when Pete Buttigieg was a mayor they said he wouldn't give one single contract to any Black contractors. Not one. He gave every single contract to white contractors.
Sure did.
Not one. And they protested that and everything. But that's what he did. So don't tell me we're gonna do things on a merit-based society, because we never had that. We never had it.
Just to say, Mental OG, they are messing with our channels because we are speaking truth. The stream is still going. Just refresh, and all. We still rolling over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. All right, y'all. So, by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, it is hereby ordered. Section 1. Purpose. Long-standing federal civil rights laws protect individual Americans from discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. These civil right protections serve as a bedrock supporting equality of opportunity. Now, he knows who has benefited from these laws, y'all. All right. The biggest beneficiary when it comes down to civil rights, equal rights, and all that is nothing but the white woman. Okay. It is not us. We fought for this stuff, but we were never the biggest beneficiaries of it. And they know this. Donald Trump knows this too.
Well, Lisa, I want to ask you a quick question before you continue on. I'm just asking. They're just asking. Do you think that was we know what their intent when it comes to us. Do you think that was also the intent to take the white woman out of that phase of it?
Yes, because they want these white women pregnant, barefoot and pregnant. Yes.
Wow.
Because they know what their numbers look like.
Okay.
They want these women at home, barefoot, pregnant, and that's it.
Wow.
That's why they changed the abortion laws in this country. It was for her. They're trying to get her to lay down and have babies.
So you basically saying to me, they want her out the workforce.
Yes.
Ooh, they're going to have some problems.
And they already are. They already having problems out of her. Look, the big part, if you go look at that People's March they recently had during the inauguration, the big portion of that crowd are white women.
Yeah, I did see that. I went over there and looked at it and checked it out.
They're already flipping on them.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. As president, I have a solemn duty to ensure that these laws are enforced for the benefit of all Americans. Okay. Yet today, roughly 60 years after the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, critical and influential institutions of American society, including the federal government, major corporations, financial institutions, the medical industry, large commercial airlines, law enforcement agencies, and institution of higher education have adopted and actively used dangerous, demeaning, and immoral race and sex-based preferences under the guise of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion. So he's saying you are weaponizing these things against white people. That's really what he's saying, y'all. You have weaponized these things against our will.
Okay.
Okay. Look, there would not be a need for a civil rights act if everything in this country was fair.
That's
all
true.
right. And this is what he is deliberately, he knows that. Trust me, Donald Trump, old ass, knows this. But what he is saying is, you have weaponized these things against us. Well, we wouldn't have nothing to weaponize if everything was fair up in this country.
True.
And I don't recall our people weaponizing anything against them. You know, when we talk about what done happened to us, those are things that are legitimate and they're facts and it can be backed up. We're not making these things up. So really, it's anything we got to hear about you in words that's torture to us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how I'm interpreting that.
Yeah.
You forced us under the guise of this. You're forcing us. You're violating the civil rights laws of this nation. No, we're not. We have never violated. If anything, the laws have been violated on us.
We don't even have that type of power.
No, the laws have, and everything in this society have been violating us, not the other way around.
We don't even have an economical base. So what the hell are he talking about?
Right.
This, I mean, even with doing what he's doing, the system is still rigged in their favor. But Lisa, he has created a problem within his own community.
Mm-hmm.
Because now Becky, he is stripping her of her independence of him.
Mm-hmm.
She don't want to have his child.
Nope. They already said they would cross state lines. I heard one of them say she fly to another country to get one done. They don't want their children. They don't want their children.
They got some major problems in their community, and I don't think a lot of people realize it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And now you don't want her to work, but see, the ones that don't really know what's going on, they all smug like, yeah, this is gonna really impact Black folks. We already impacted, damn it.
Right.
We already work at a disadvantage.
How much more impact are you going to give us? Come on.
All this will do. See, this will do. Okay, yeah, some Black folks will be impacted by the things that Trump and his folks are implementing. This is going to unify us even more because we're going to need each other even more.
Right. And we're going to isolate them even more because we already said, don't come to us for nothing.
Yes.
Right? We have already set the groundwork on that. So it's really going to get strong after he continued to put things in place that he think is going to hurt us.
Yeah. And you're right. And see, what I was complaining about was this country was trying to create us as a group of separatists. But to show you how we've been coming back, when Black folks started getting that little bit of stimulus money, some Black folks, families pulled that money together and started their own businesses.
Yes. They said
with a little or nothing, didn't have to get a loan or anything.
Started businesses in record number during the pandemic.
So,
and it just goes to show you, we were planning our exit from many of these businesses and starting our own businesses.
And you listening to one right now. Lisa has started her own thing because one thing is we're gonna make sure our hair is right and our skin is looking good. And she didn't even inspired me. Like I said, I am making toothpaste as I speak and making sure I got my stuff packed up because I don't want to get caught and a bunch of folks start ordering. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna start selling toothpaste. I don't know no other Black folks just doing it. We see how inventive we are. We're gonna come up with a way. We're gonna make a way. We all got some type of talent because we have always started at a disadvantage.
And you know, historically, they have torched our businesses. We had a lot of businesses at one point in time. And during a lot of these mobs coming into town, they torched a lot of our Black Wall Street was not the only one. It was far from the only one. But these folks would get fire and come and set our businesses on fire, set our homes on fire and all that. One thing about being online, they can't do that. They can't torch your online store. You know what I mean? They can't do none of them things.
No, they can't. And you can control your own narrative, and all. Now some have sit up here and tried to hijack Lisa's stuff and even have the nerves to ask what kind of ingredients you're using and all that kind of stuff like that. Ain't gonna work. Y'all pigs, you're greedy. You know, y'all got far other stuff to worry about. But when you look deeper and not look at the surface of stuff, when and this is the history of our culture, when you continue to apply pressure, we find another way to survive.
Yes. And here's just FYI, this is just some trivia. When they burnt down all of the Black Wall Streets, because we know there were many. The reason why they did, y'all, Black Wall Street, did y'all know Black Wall Street was about to go international? They were making deals to trade with companies and countries overseas. And look at the timing. As soon as they were in the process of doing that, that's when the mob came in.
Because and another component to it is, when we are left alone to our own devices and nobody bother us, we continue to rise.
Right, because we're not a stupid people like they try to tell us.
And they own system. You
don't try to keep down stupid people. It doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, you working overtime to continue to keep your foot on our neck, and your own system that you can continue to uphold is not working anymore. Okay, so now you didn't rig that. This is another form of rigging it in their favor. But the thing that I keep questioning was, who was stopping you from getting whatever you wanted?
But see, every time we talk about, so pull your. Here's what I got to say about pull yourself up by the bootstraps when it comes down to Black Wall Street. If they were about something and they saw these Black people become millionaires and they had this big area in Oklahoma and they were doing well, how come y'all didn't say to yourself, let's do our own too? Let's create our own section of businesses and everything on our side of the town. Then I would say, yeah, they're working hard to do well too. But you didn't. You went in, you burnt, you looted, you killed, you stole, you did all this stuff. How is that pulling yourself up by the bootstraps?
Hey, Lisa,
y'all say that, but we don't see you doing that historically.
Some static is coming through your channel, Lisa.
Okay, hold on.
It's a little strong.
Is that better?
Just keep talking. I'll let you know.
Okay. Is that better? Can everybody can you still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. But as you were speaking, the static was coming through really strong.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So what I was saying was, instead of trying to tear our stuff up, why didn't you just go on your side of the town and set everything up for your people? Then I would say, yeah, they are working hard. But if you got to destroy somebody's town and steal everything, how is that pulling yourself up by the bootstraps? That's why all that preaching y'all have done to us over the years, I just ignore you. It just goes in one ear and out the other. And I'm sure I'm not the only person in my community that do that when it comes down to you yapping. Because look at what Donald Trump is doing. I'm going to take this away. I'm going to take that away. How is that pulling yourself up by the bootstraps? No, it just looks to me like you want to eliminate this stuff so you can still get more advantages than anyone else. That's all it looks like to me.
Yeah, that's what it is. But then in the meantime, with being hasty, see, it goes back to what my father taught me about making hasty decisions and stuff. You didn't think it through. And it's going to impact their community, because now your woman who can't stand you and call you a male chauvinist pig, you making it where she can't get a contract. Because, they were setting it up where these contractors, and you don't have to be in the world of construction, you can get all type of contracts, that then there was a sector of contracts for minorities. And we have been saying over and over, affirmative action really helped the white woman.
And you know what, somebody Missions Vision said, they stole
money from the bank. Yeah, they would always clean out the black people's bank accounts when those mobs would go in.
Mm-hmm.
They did that all the time. And whatever was left, the homes, the livestock, the land, they would take it all. And next time you meet one of them, and this is what you do. Next time you meet one of them, and they sit in your face and say, "My family's had this business since 18 such and such."
Mm-hmm.
Go look up that business and find out what town is in, and find out if white mobs went into that town.
Mm-hmm.
If they did, that is a business they stole from a black business owner.
Yeah, because there were many.
They stole all the businesses too. So go look it up. When they say, "Oh, well, this business has been in my family since the 1850s," go look up the business. Go see if there was a riot in that town, a race riot in that town. If it was, they stole that business. That white family stole that business and been passing it down ever since.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. And there's still many there was many Rosewoods.
Yes.
And they were sitting back looking at us achieving real fast. And like I said, they are an inadequate group. They inadequate within. Everything offends them. They don't know how to mind their own damn business. They always tripping off of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And messing with us.
Okay, so illegal DEI and DEIA policies not only violate the text and spirit of our longstanding federal civil rights laws, they also undermine our national unity, as they deny, discredit, and undermine the traditional American values of hard work, excellence, and individual achievement in favor of an unlawful, coercive, and pernicious identity soil system. That is a damn lie. You don't have no legacy like that. They don't have no legacy like that. Hard work, excellence, individual achievement. Y'all don't have no legacy like that. I'm sorry, y'all don't have no legacy like that. I don't know what y'all must be writing a fairy tale.
Well, you remember
when did they start having a legacy like that, y'all?
They stole this country. That's right. The legacy.
You don't have no legacy and no hard work and all. I mean, please don't make us laugh.
Yeah, I mean, we was you know what? The way this country is built up, when they first came over here, they was dropping like flies. They could not even survive.
Mm-hmm.
And the terrain here
is the history of Jamestown. Look at the history of Jamestown. They were dying until the slaves came in there.
Yeah.
Before they couldn't even keep themselves alive.
And I put it to you like this. Go back to Europe and look up the potato famine to show you how dumb they are. Potatoes is growing in the ground and you starving to death, and all you got to do is stick your hand in the ground and pull up a damn potato.
Mm-hmm. You know, they used to die from a cold because they wouldn't blow their nose. They would suffocate and die.
Lisa, when you told me that, I said that it's natural to blow your nose.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me that, I said that's beyond dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody got to teach you how to, like Donna C saying, teach you how to wash your ass.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even bury their own people. We had to come in and step and help you with everything. They living with the livestock, and then what they would do is just live on top of hay, Where do you think they got all them lices and bed bugs and all that stuff? These people are dumb.
So he goes on to say, hardworking Americans who deserve a shot at the American dream should not be stigmatized, demeaned, or shut out of opportunities because of their race or sex. Y'all did that. Y'all did that to us. Okay? Like I said before, it wouldn't be no need for civil rights if everything was fair in this country. He's talking like that's being done to them.
Wow.
Wow. These illegal DEIs and DEIA policies also threaten the safety of American men, women, and children across the nation by diminishing the importance of individual merit, aptitude, hard work, and determination when selecting people for jobs and services in key sectors of American society, including all levels of government and the medical, aviation, and law enforcement communities. Yet, in cases after tragic case, the American people have witnessed firsthand the disastrous consequences of illegal, pernicious discrimination that has prioritized how people were born instead of what they are capable of doing. Y'all have done that to us.
Mm.
Y'all have done that to us. It's almost like they're trying to write about us, but put it on themselves.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, remember,
oh my goodness. Oh, so if it's so wrong to do, then why have you been doing that mess to us all this time?
remember
Boy,
when
what
white
a
boys started hollering discrimination. They started whining that they're being discriminated against. But the foundation of America is the foundation is based on making sure we get nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand what the problem is. This ain't going to affect us like the way you think it is. It's going to affect your community because you don't want your woman to work and you want her to have your little raggedy, racist ass babies.
Mm-mm-mm. The federal government is charged with enforcing our civil rights laws. The purpose of this order is to ensure that it does so by ending illegal preferences and discrimination. Well, who started that mess in this country? Racial preferences and stuff. Who started that? That didn't start with us.
Didn't come from us at all.
What the hell? Wow.
They some
I'm
bruised people,
offended
Lisa.
reading it.
They bruised.
It's offensive reading this crap.
Mm-hmm.
Section 2, policy. It is the policy of the United States to protect the civil rights of all Americans and to promote individual initiative, excellence, and hard work. I therefore order all executive departments and agencies to terminate all discriminatory and illegal preferences, mandates, policies, programs, activities, guidance, regulations, enforcement actions, consent orders, and requirements. I further order all agencies to enforce our longstanding civil rights laws and to combat illegal private sector DEI preferences, mandates, policies, programs, and activities. Well, the only ones I see out here doing that stuff is y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Again, y'all are the ones doing this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is just unbelievable. You want to read some of it, True Royal, or you want me to go on?
Well, I got food in my mouth. Excuse me.
But y'all see this? This is the ultimate gaslighting right here. This what he got on this page is the ultimate gaslighting.
Let me finish eating. Just continue on, and then I'll piggyback you.
Okay.
I got just a little bit more in my mouth. Excuse me if I'm smacking. Excuse me.
Terminating illegal discrimination in the federal government. The following executive actions are hereby revoked. Executive Order 12898, February 11th, 1994, federal actions to address environmental justice in minority populations and low-income populations. Executive Order 13583 of August 18th, 2011, established a coordinated government-wide initiative to promote diversity and inclusion in the federal workforce. Executive Order 13672 of July 21st, 2014. Further amendments to Executive Order 11478, Equal Employment Opportunity in the Federal Government, and Executive Order 11246, Equal Employment Opportunity, and the Presidential Memorandum of October 5th, 2016, Promoting Diversity and Inclusion in the National Security Workforce.
I'll take it from here.
Okay.
Okay, so this is B. The federal contracting process shall be streamlined to enhance and speed and efficiency and reduce costs, and require federal contractors and subcontractors to comply with our civil rights laws accordingly. Now, that's what I'm gonna have to look at that when they say according to our civil rights accordingly. So are they implementing a new type of civil rights, or that's what they're saying?
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay, let me continue on. Executive Order 11246 of September 24th, 1965, equal opportunity is hereby revoked for 90 days from the date of this order. The federal contractors may continue to comply with the regulatory scheme in effect on January 20th, 2025. The Office of Federal Contract and Compliance programs within the Department of Labor shall immediately cease promoting diversity. You don't have no damn diversity.
No.
Okay. Holding federal contracts and subcontractors responsible for taking affirmative action and allowing and encouraging federal contractors and subcontractors to engage in workforce balancing based on race, color, sex, sexual preferences, religion, or national origins. In accordance with Executive Order 13279 of December 12th, 2022, equal protection of the law of fair base and community organizations, the employment, I don't know that word, Lisa, procurement. Is that, yeah, that's correct. And contracting practices of federal contractors and subcontractors shall not consider race, color, sex, sexual preferences, religion, or national origin in ways that violate the national civil rights law. The head of each agency shall include in every contract or grant award a term requiring the contractual or the counterparty of the grant recipient to agree that its compliance in all respects with all acceptable federal anti-discrimination laws is merit to the government's payment decision proposes for the section of, okay, here we go with these numbers, 3729, whatever, Title 31, United States Code. Okay, let me go up. A term requiring each counterparty or recipient to certify that it does not operate any programs promoting DEI that violates any applicable federal anti-discrimination laws. Okay, continue on. The director of the Office of the Management of Budget, OMB, with the assistance of the Attorney General, requests shall, okay, so these are the requests, review and revise as appropriate. Okay, review and revise. What do that mean? All government-wide process? Okay, what do they mean when they say review and revise, Lisa?
Well,
that's more discrimination to me.
Right. But you know what? Isn't it amazing? He wrote all this stuff, and we know damn well at the end of the day, they ain't going to follow none of this, and everything is still going to be based on race in this country. He ain't fooling nobody with this stuff.
Okay, where am I at? Review and revise government process, directive, guidances. Okay. Take it on, Lisa.
Oh, okay. I got to look at where you left off.
Okay.
Not on that page.
Let me see where I'm at. It was review and revise. And that was because they said A and C, and then they went down to I, and then I2. I don't
Okay,
understand.
review the appropriate all government-wide processes,
And then it says
directives, and guidance, and then excise reference to
DEI
DEI,
right there.
right, and DEIA principles under whatever name they may appear from the federal acquisition, contracting, grants, and federal assistance procedures to streamline those procedures, improve speed, efficiency, lower costs, and comply with civil rights. Oh, come on. And
Yeah.
terminate all diversity, equity, equitable decision making, equitable deployment of financial and technical assistance, advancing equity, and like mandates, requirements, programs, and activities as appropriate.
Now I want to get into this one real deep.
Wow.
But we're getting ready to get in. Now this is some more discrimination. Okay, so this is section 4, encouraging the private sector to end illegal DEI discrimination and preferences. They up in everybody's business. The head of all agencies, with the assistance of the Attorney General, shall take all appropriate action with respect to the operations of their agencies to advance in private sector the policy of individual initiatives and excellence and hard work, identifying in section 2 of this order. What you mean by hard work? Identifying something? So you're gonna get so now they're gonna dictate to private businesses, and okay, granted they are getting federal contracts from the government, but you're gonna tell them pretty much who they can and cannot hire. That's what they really say.
So in other words, they're gonna dictate to them what they should do. So isn't that in itself, you're trying to
Okay, she cut off for a bit. Just wait till Lisa come back.
No, I said that what they're doing is trying to force people to go along with their policy. So this sounds to me like you're trying to strong arm people.
Yeah, that's what I was tripping off of.
Along with your policies, and if they don't go along, you're kind of threatening them.
Yeah, because they say
it sounds like a threat.
It does, because they said to further inform and advise me so that my administration and my they formulating an appropriate and effective civil rights policy, the Attorney General, within 120 days of this order. Wow, that is strong arming. Okay, where am I, Lisa? I'm being dyslexic now. I got to open this up. It's crossing over. Anytime I tell you to step in, okay, I'm getting it wider. Where are we? Where did I go? With the heads of relevant agencies in cooperation with the director of the OMB shall submit to the reports to the assistance to the president for domestic policy, continuing and recommendations of enforcing federal civil rights laws and taking other appropriate measures to encourage the private sector to end illegal discrimination. Oops. Wait a minute. I touched it and scooted it up. Give me just a second. Where was I? Let me see. Streamline. Give me just a second, folks. Okay, that's where Lisa read right there. And submit. Assistance of the president. Okay. Forcing. Taking other appropriate measures to encourage the private sector to end illegal discrimination preferences, including DEI. The report shall contain a proposal of strategic enforcement plan identifying. Okay, what are they identifying? Key sectors of concerns within each agency and jurisdiction. The most erroneous, egregious, the most egregious and discriminatory DEI practitioners in each sector are concerned. So a plan of specific steps and measures to basically to detour or DEI programs or principles, and whether specifically denouncement, DEI, and otherwise that would constitute illegal discriminations or preferences as a part of this plan. Each agency shall identify up to 9. What is that word, Lisa?
I'm kind of
Mine.
Potential civil
potential compliances, investigations, publicly trade corporations, large nonprofit corporations, associates, foundations.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they covering everything within a assist of that's $500 million or more.
Why don't you just say you want to invoke Jim Crow, Donald Trump?
State and local bar, medical. They getting into the medical sector of this?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Associations and institutions of higher education with endowments of over $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
And other strategies to encourage the private sector or to threaten the private sector to end illegal DEI, discriminations and preferences, and comply with all federal civil rights laws, litigations that will be potentially appropriated for federal lawsuits. So they are already ready for the lawsuits to come down.
Yeah.
That's what they're ready for.
Y'all, this is also white people can still get the best jobs out here and we get excluded. Because if they now give one of those jobs to us, they'll swear up and down it's DEI. Because they're doing that now. Look at them online. Every time, oh, Kamala, oh, she's DEI. Everything's DEI. So, if we get a high position or we get a position of power in one of these companies, they're going to be stomping around talking about DEI.
Okay, they didn't went into the educational aspects here in Section 5, Lisa, because they saying within 120 days of the order, the Attorney General and the Secretary of Education.
Keep going, Royal. I got to step away for a second. Keep going.
Okay, so the Secretary of Education shall jointly issue guidance to all state and local educational agencies that receive federal funds, as well as all institutions of higher education that receive federal grants or participate in the federal student loan assistance program under Title V of the Higher Education Act of 20 USC, whatever all that crap mean, 1070, regulating the measures and practices required to comply with the Student of Fair Admissions, INC, President, Fellows of Harvard Education. Why did they put Harvard Education? I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, Section 6, the severability, if any provisions of this order of this application of any provision to any persons or circumstances is held to be invaded. The remembered of the order, the reminder, of the order and the application of the provision to any other persons or circumstances shall not be affected thereby. So now we're in Section 6, where they said this order does not apply to lawful federal or private sector employment, contracting preferences for veterans of the United States Armed Forces or persons protected by the Ralph Shepard Act. This order shall not prevent state or local governments or federal contractors or federal funding state and local educational agencies or institutes of higher education for engaging in the First Amendment protected that's speech, protected of speech. This order does not prohibit persons teaching at a federal funded institute or higher learning as part of a large course of academic instructions for advocating or for endorsing or promoting unlawful employment or contracting practices prohibited by this order. General provisions. Nothing in this order shall be construed to impair or otherwise affect the authority granted by the law to an executive department, agency, or the head thereof, or the functions of this order of the Office of Management and Budget relating to budgetary, administrative, and legislative proposals. This order shall be implemented and constitute with applicable laws and subject to the availability and appropriations. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit or damn it, I can't even pronounce it. I know the word. I wish Lisa was here. Or procedural. Okay, I can't pronounce this word, Lisa.
Where are you? What section?
I'm at the very bottom, C. This order is not intended and does not create any benefit of you see it?
This order does not prohibit.
It's at the very last part, C.
Are you under 7?
No. I'm at the very bottom. Let me see. Is that 7?
Oh, I see it.
I'm at 8. I'm at 8. And it's the very last one, because it's the last. It's the last of it.
The order is intended to and does not create any right or benefit a substantive.
Let me try to pronounce it. Pronounce it again.
Substantive.
Substantive or procedural, enforceable, or law, or in equality of any party against equity of any party against the United States and department and agencies or entitles or office or employees or agencies. But Lisa, did you go back to the part where they even go into the educational sector of this?
Yeah. You know what they're doing? You know what this sounds like to me? It sounds like what they're doing is opening the door for any time somebody melanated gets hired for something, white folks are going to go run and complain that you were hired only because of DEI.
The company has 25% minority owned. I'm checking out Mental OG because I know who he is. He knows about these contracts. Qualify for minority owned. I'm just going back reading what he's saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he works.
Because they're doing it now. They're going to accuse every black hire to be DEI.
They tried to cover everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, so what's the difference between this and Jim Crow?
So wait a minute. Mental OG said hopefully they get rid of that because they are able to get contracts using only so-called minorities. Well, based on what we read, Mental OG, they're seeing that the contractors and the subcontractors, because you know how it goes in our field. Mm-hmm. They get the contract and they get the whole contract, and then they got to sub out portions of it, and they've been subbing that portion out to the white woman. Mm-hmm. And they seeing based on sex and all of that. But I was surprised to get into the educational part of it. It's just going to be interesting to see how all this falls through. But then it got what the part that really got me surprised is that in the private sector, mm-hmm. like Lisa said, they strong arming folks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all, there's going to be all kinds of lawsuits behind this. Mm-hmm. This is not. I mean, it's easy to scribble something out on a paper, and we already know these people don't follow what they got on paper. They'll write, oh, everybody got this opportunity and that opportunity. And we know it's never been that way in this country. Mm-hmm. They write things down on paper that they don't even do. Mm-hmm. So No, I tell you what, at the end of the day, y'all, everything is still going to be based on race.
Mm-hmm.
It is not going to change.
But that's the most confusing thing I've ever seen, where they act like the whole system is rigged just in black folks' favor, and we getting all these advantages and stuff, and they're just getting left out of every single thing in the world. And the system, the foundation of the system is for them and them only.
Right, it
So,
came from them. It came
uh-huh.
from them, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and like I was saying to y'all earlier, that when they implemented the affirmative action here in the state of California, the contracts were backing up so bad because they was just giving them all, they gave them all to the white contractors, and they was full, and they couldn't even fulfill all the contracts. They had to start giving them to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, if they don't know how to leave us alone for 10 years. They don't even know how to leave us alone for 10 days.
And y'all, listen. I just went to see what lawsuits are being, what lawsuits are against Donald Trump over these executive orders.
Yeah.
Guess what the Democrats took up, y'all?
What?
Birthright citizenship. The Democrats are suing Donald Trump over birthright citizenship. You notice they didn't pick up anything else?
Yeah, isn't that something?
Why you should never vote for the Democrats ever again.
You see how? Yeah, anchor babies. That's basically what Lisa is saying. Anchor babies. Boy, it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of litigation going on.
Mm-hmm.
What a
That's
mess!
Why I'm saying, just because he's signing these executive orders, don't mean they're going to all go through. The courts are going to reject a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these orders, they're going to get rejected
because it's a bunch of nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to check is, did they get? I got to check into it. Did they? What about? See, we always looking at our civil rights. Are they going to violate our human rights too as well?
Mm-hmm.
Let me look.
But yep, that's what the Democrats are taking up, y'all. They're not taking up civil rights. They're not taking up DEI or EEOC. They're taking up birthright citizenship. So you know what? Screw the Democrats. Don't ever vote for them again.
Okay, this sucker is messing with our human rights, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. They said Trump is expected to sign a barrage of actions taking aim at the alphabet mafia.
Well, no, yeah, I knew he was going to get around to
this up because they are butthurt. It's hard to feel sorry for them. Okay. Yep, he's getting into our human rights.
Oh, I could write an executive order right now. I would write to get that orange makeup off the market.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, but they more so talking about in this one here, the gay community is tripping off of the human rights end of it.
Okay, and Donald Trump's administration, let me read this to you. Trump's new administration is ordering the Justice Department leadership to freeze on all civil rights cases.
Okay, so they say here in what I'm reading, I'll send y'all the link if y'all want to read it. It's called Human Rights Campaign. This is what I'm on, and they were saying today President Trump will reportedly sign a shrew of executive orders taking aim at American people. The Human Rights Campaign issued the following statement today that Trump's administration is expected to release a barrage of executive actions taking aim at the LGBT plus community instead of uniting our country. Okay. Y'all don't care about uniting. Because I know when Barack Obama
never do. The only time they care about uniting is if something they feel wrong is happening to them.
Yeah, because they what they always say, They know what it feels like to be us. You don't know who's always gay.
Mm-hmm.
The Human Rights Commission. Human rights. Yeah, they leaving no stone unturned. Let me see. I'm gonna look a little further into this. Okay, Trump. Ooh, that's a lot of evil. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I found something.
You did?
Yes, I did. So let's see what we have here. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you, Lisa. This is interesting. Let me send this to you right now. This regards our human rights. And I'm not going to put a subject on it. I'm going to just send it to you immediately. I want you to look at that and see what you think. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me go back and look at this order. Okay, Trump's executive order threatened human rights. U.S. and abroad. U.S. and abroad? Damn. Order signed on the first day.
Who's parking our driveway?
I'm back here, babe. I don't know.
No. Somebody else. Somebody I don't know.
Oh, I'll be right back. Oh, somebody messing around our house. Shit. Somebody parking our driveway.
Okay. Y'all, this is nothing but they're trying to, strip everything away for us. Because, they think a weakened person is easy to control. Sometimes a weakened person can be a loose cannon. Okay, make no mistake about it. And, in my opinion, we are a much stronger people now than we have been in the past. See, I guess they think they're still dealing with that real docile Negro that's scared of everything. That's not us.
Yeah.
That's not us.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
What were you saying, Lisa?
I said they must think they still dealing with the same docile Negro from decades ago. We have evolved. We're a much stronger group now.
I haven't been reading yet. Did you read any of it?
No.
Okay. I'm reading it now.
I gotta go to my email.
Okay. I'm looking over it real quick. Okay, this is where they start talking about the ending the birthright citizenship for babies born in the U.S. to parents who enter the country illegally or temporarily. The order. Okay, we already know about that. I just want to see. We know about the birthright. What else is he implementing in here regarding human rights?
Okay, hold on. The group also condemned Trump's immigration-related executive orders for depriving refugees of their right to seek asylum and humanitarian protections and amounting to racial profiling. These orders are also known as baskets of policies seeking to make America safe again, include blocking their entry into the U.S. by assuming border wall construction and, suspending refugee admissions. Well, they already doing that. He already closed down the border, and he said they're going to resume in building the wall.
Did you see how cheap and raggedy they was building that wall? That wall was falling apart. It was doing it cheap. Then they said part of the wall they was going to build it with hemp.
So let me ask you, what kind of material, when you eyeball that, what kind of material did they build that wall with that made it so weak and crumbly?
Well, believe it or not, you can use a cheap form of concrete, and you gotta have you gotta form it up. So you gotta have rebar. So you gotta use some good metal, some good rebar, and then you have your carpenters form it and you pour it. So they was just doing it as cheap as possible. And then well, let me see. Because I was telling folks how to build the wall and people told me not to say so much. So I put it to you like this. I won't give the specs, but you go so many feet and then there's something that you have to do at a certain footage. And the further up that they were going, the weaker the wall was getting. So I'm speaking in code because I don't want to tell them how to properly build a wall. Is that right?
Well, I remember back when he was still,
go ahead.
You remember back when he was still in office, he said that nobody could climb the wall, and an 8-year-old went up and climbed over the whole wall.
Like it was nothing. Mental OG, you know what I'm talking about when they was building the wall, or did you pay attention to that? Because you know, you go so many feet and there's something you're supposed to do. And I put it to you like this, based on what I seen, Mental OG, they didn't do it in sections. They was trying to do like a whole 20 feet wall, pour it all at once. And you know you cannot do that. And I'm not saying Mental OG the only one to know, but I know what he does. It can be some other y'all know what I'm talking about. And so the wall even looked, it was scary. I wouldn't have even walked near the damn wall. And that joker started falling. Then I read that they was trying to build it with hemp. And I said, well, that's interesting. And that's a lot of wall. You know, they have experimented, you know, they have used metals with it, but they always use a cheap form of material. Let's see. Let me go back over here.
How he's doing something about anything that impacts his people, but anything that impacts us, he does nothing.
Oh, here it is right here where on the human rights where the gay community gets upset, where they was talking about the government to protect women and minorities in the workplace. With Trump's order, transgender citizens can no longer serve in the in the U.S. military and federal government.
Right. Remember, he was trying to do that before. He tried to do that during his first administration, and it was Nancy Pelosi and some of the other Democrats. They shut him down on that.
Well, how would he even know that somebody transgender? Are they checking? Because, you got to pull your
yes.
You got to pull your drawers down.
No, they ask you on the application.
Well, you can lie.
Well, they're not lying. They're not lying.
And the last part is what you was talking about, where Trump withdrew from the U.S. from the World Health Organization, which alarms the health officials in the U.S.
You know why he did that? Because if something comes through and it's a pandemic, Donald Trump want to keep us all in the dark about it.
He want to keep everybody dumb.
So if another pandemic hit, Donald Trump got away from the World Health Organization because he don't want the American people to know the things that are coming that can affect your health.
Now check this out. Now I clicked that little link on there where it said here, the United States will leave the World Health Organization. President Donald Trump said on Monday that the Global Health Agency mishandled COVID-19 pandemic. Are you serious? You the one that mishandled it, fool?
He was the one that misled everybody on it. Remember, it'll just go away. It'll just go away.
Now he further says, Trump says that WHO, that's the World Health Organization, had failed to act independently from the inappropriate political influence of WHO members states and require unfair payment from the U.S. that was disproportionately to the sum provided by other large countries such as China. The World
You know why
Health,
they did that? He's
huh?
stupid. He's stupid. The reason why the U.S. paid more than everyone else because they wanted to control it, and they did.
Mm-hmm.
They controlled the World Health Organization.
Well, this don't make sense. So this last part, is that the last part? No, it's other parts. But this right here says World Health ripped us off. Everybody rips off the United States. It's not going to happen anymore, Trump said at signing of the executive order, the withdrawal shortly after the inauguration. You the one that you was the one that was the president then.
Right.
When this stuff first kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. So the World Health Organization said, WHO, or they call it WHO recently received a budget of $6.8 billion.
Mm-hmm.
They said WHO's biggest financial backer contribute around 18% of the overall funding.
Right. And yeah, I did a video on that.
Oh boy, he's doing a lot.
Yeah. And like I said, I'll be surprised if he gets even half of it through.
Okay, the next large donator to WHO is Bill Gates. Although most of the funding goes to polio. Okay. Interesting stuff I didn't know. So China will continue to support WHO, they said.
Well, see, as soon as another Democrat get in there, they're going to end up rejoining it anyway.
Yeah, they are. So the first thing, he's still at, okay, so the body in 2020 during the first term of President accusing WHO of aiding China's efforts to mislead the world about the origins of COVID. You know what, you dumb bastard, you said it was just going to go away. Mm-hmm. Come on now, please. Mm-hmm. You think people be forgetting with that dumbness?
Yeah, so this is a trip, y'all. What they want to do is get rid of us, and now they can have their all white places of business and none of us in sight.
Mm-hmm.
And get away with it because of Donald Trump doing these executive orders.
Also, back to here. That's back here where they said, okay, defending women. Oh, he's defending women. Trump don't give a damn about no woman. Mm-mm. So on this same site that me and you've been reading off, they got another sector that talks about defending women.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm.
I guess they're supposed to be protecting white women because they ain't thinking nobody else.
And I guess there's nobody in the country.
Well, he said it's only and I can't agree with that. It's only two sexes on the planet, male and female.
Uh-huh.
I never seen such an attack in my life. I mean, on all across the board.
Mm-hmm.
But some people who don't take the time to go read and study these things don't realize, like you said, not all of this is going to be implemented overnight. Mm-hmm. Some of it ain't going to be implemented at all. They can just keep it tied up in court. Mm-hmm. But that link that I send y'all is real. It's a real good one to keep because there's new things just being enacted every day.
Yeah, and never forget, y'all, the Democrats are only concerning themselves with birthright. So the
Now,
civil rights, EEOC, DEI, they're not even talking about it. They're just talking about birthright. So right there, you know, that's all the Democrats are worried about, taking care of some illegals and not the Black community who they're supposed to be representing.
so on that site that they send, they got Make America Safe Again. And then they break down how they going to make America safe again.
Well, then how are they going to make us safe around them?
Mm-hmm.
There was a woman, a Black woman, that did a video over on TikTok. And she said she was in, I think she said she was in Walmart, and a white woman with a blue bracelet came up to her. And she was like, okay, but what are you going to do to educate your community to stop being racist? And she got attacked by some of the white people on there.
Wow.
So I guess she was supposed to automatically feel safe because this white woman had a blue bracelet on.
Lord have mercy.
And they got mad at her reaction.
You should see this shit. He got down here at the bottom, drain the swamp. Then he breaks down how he going to drain the swamp and bring back American values. Lord have mercy.
What's American values? Jim Crow? Is that it?
It just say bring back American values. President will establish male and female biologically reality and protect women from gender ideology. American landmarks will be named to appropriately honor national history. That's all it say. That's on that same site, Lisa, that we was reading off of. This is one to keep.
Kind of like the Confederate statues. Those are heroes to them.
Okay.
I guess that's what he means.
So he wants to utilize the armed forces and the National Guard will engage in border security to deploy the border to assist in existing laws enforcement. Okay, then he talk about the cartel. Make America affordable. Are you full of shit on this one? And how are you gonna make America affordable? Prices is gonna keep going up.
Right. And how can it ever be affordable and he's going to do tariffs?
Mm-hmm.
How can it be affordable?
Yeah, so that link that I send out, y'all can go from just check it literally daily, and this will keep you abreast on what he's trying to enact. And him and I got the nerves to mention Vance because I forgot Vance even existed. Let's see, he got a fact sheet that he put out yesterday. Deliver emergency price relief for American families to defend the cost of living crisis. The cost of living crisis.
Just give me my damn reparations.
Yeah, just cut the check. To deliver emergency price relief for American families. Cost of living crisis. Well, how are you going to do that?
Right.
Okay, he's talking about drastically lowering the cost of housing and expanding housing supply. Okay, talking about eliminating unnecessary expenses and rent-seeking practices that drive up the healthcare costs.
I
don't see nothing about no food. Oh, wait a minute. Eliminating harmful climate policies driving up the cost of food and fuel. Now, they're saying the Biden administration has imposed almost $50,000 in costs of the average American household, whereas President Trump's first agenda is to reduce the regulatory costs of almost $11,000 per household.
Mm-hmm.
Americans are.
But what good is that if he's going to sign tariffs? Would that be counterproductive? Once the tariffs are signed, everything's going to go up again.
Yeah, I'm going to send this to you. You can look at it now or later at your leisure, Lisa. Just if you're just curious of what I'm looking at. Very interesting.
And plus, we're going into the season when everything goes up. Once spring comes, everything goes up.
Yep.
And your biggest travel seasons start happening from spring all the way through the beginning of fall.
Okay, I just send you that link, and then I'm also put it in the channel if y'all want to see what I'm talking about, because I'm kind of like skimming through it, because he claiming he gonna bring down some costs and all that. Ain't nothing but some BS. And I will put the link over.
I ain't buying that one either.
I'm gonna put the link over also in your channel. Where are you at, Lisa? Oh, wait a minute. I can do it on the back end. Okay, folks, there y'all go. Y'all want to look at that. So everybody got it. So y'all know what I'm talking about, because I was just jumping around looking at stuff, and this caught my eye.
So y'all, at the end of the day, I think Donald Trump done got around people. They influence him to take all this stuff out because they don't like it. You know how it is. If we got one red penny, they want to snatch that out of your hand. So they feel, okay, if you take these measures away, then them Negroes are going to be hurt. I'm not hurt, and I don't care. Go ahead and take all of it away. At the end of the day, Donald Trump is not going to be able to maintain this system. He's already started out wrong. You saw how bad his inauguration was. That's a precursor to what his presidency is going to be like.
Now
he had a terrible inauguration. His inauguration was
it was awful. They said after averaging just $2.70 per gallon under Trump and a price of $2.33 upon leaving office, the price of gasoline skyrocketed under President Biden, reaching $3.33. A year later, it reached to $5 per gallon. I ain't seen no damn gas $2.77 when he was in office. Gas been high in California. Gas is high.
Yeah, it's $2.99 a gallon in New Jersey.
What?
It's
$4.50.
That's regular, not premium.
Regular gas. When we went to the gas station the other day was $4.53.
$2.99 here.
Wow. So I guess he gonna give us a relief on our energy bill and the gas and all. That ain't nothing but some bullshit.
Right. I mean, look, we're almost at the end of winter. We got another month and a half?
Yeah, and then we gonna be jumping into spring.
February's a short month.
Then we'll go into our new year. Remember how their new year started.
And still going right now. How it's still going right now. Because it's a mess. It is a mess.
Yeah, it really is.
And Trump can't even get his own life in order. What do you think a man with 34 convictions are going to do for you?
Thug in chief.
If that's the case, let a criminal come in your house from jail and manage your household budget. Okay. Because that's what you're letting this man. He's going in the biggest house in the land and trying to manage the country and the country's budget. And he's got 34 indictments on him. And you think this man is capable of doing this?
Yeah, if you go to the beginning of this particular site, it breaks down who's in the cabinet and who they got in there so far. This one is always
A bunch
updating.
of unqualified people that won't say no to Donald Trump. That's the kind of people he picked.
What's the one you call Pete? What you call him? Pete head sex?
Huh?
What do you call that dude? Pete head sex?
Head sex or booty jig.
Boy, I just took joy. You know they're gonna let him through. How they was embarrassing him at those confirmation hearings when they got to talking about he was cheating on his wife while she was pregnant, and then all kind of stuff he had did, and then then they slapped him all the way down to the ground because he was talking about as far as the military, he was complaining that women they lower everything so women can I guess pass whatever they need to pass to be in the military. And then they asked him a question about what about when how many people have you been ahead of? It wasn't even 100 people. I don't even think it was 50 people, and he messed that up. And they letting him know
he's not qualified for that.
No.
He's not qualified for
he
what
gonna screw that up. That dude is nothing but a damn womanizer and a drunk. That's all he is.
Head sex.
Yeah. He a hot mess.
Yeah, they gonna mess up the whole thing because everybody he picked practically are unqualified.
Yeah, I don't understand how he how Trump do whatever he do when he get to picking people. I don't know if somebody just come up to him and said, I had a fantasy of being this in life. And he said, oh, go ahead with your bad self. Do what you do. That's how I look at it. And all.
Well, the thing is, he's not even qualified. So he think these people are good. They're not.
You know what? I in one sense, I think that, Lisa, but how I look at it is, as long as he got what he want, he don't give a damn. He don't give a damn if they screw it up or not. The only thing he give a damn about is you bet not say no to him. Or you got hell to pay.
Well, see, that's why he had a hard time. That's why he had a hard time with Jeff Sessions. Because what Jeff Sessions was saying, and I think what Jeff Sessions was saying was legitimate, he was asking him to do things that were illegal. And he wouldn't do it. So Donald Trump got mad and started embarrassing him every chance he could get and just pretty much forced that man out. But I didn't care because it was Jeff Sessions.
Yeah, okay? I loved every bit of it.
I didn't care.
Me either. I loved every bit of it. That dog, all he has ever did is try to mess over black folks and have messed over black folks.
Yep, big time.
Yeah, he because Jeff Sessions is a small man in stature, so most likely he has a Napoleon complex, and Trump didn't make it no better for him. I said, that's what your ass
and
get.
Y'all remember Coretta Scott King wrote a letter telling him not to confirm Jeff Sessions for Attorney General.
He got clowned.
And she wrote down everything he did to black folk down there in Alabama.
Yep, and I remember he got clowned so bad his wife was sitting there wincing. I said, "Oh, that's what you get. You never thought in your life that you would be clowned
but
like
I'm glad
that."
The one that took him down was somebody that looked just like him.
You know what I do? I hope to come back and start dragging Trump. What was that lady's name that used to work side by side with Trump, and her husband and her children would give her hell, and they finally divorced. I forgot that woman's name.
You're talking about Kellyanne Conway.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to start dragging Trump. He's part of that Lincoln Project.
Oh, he's been doing it the whole time. If you go online, you can even see his video. He lost a lot of weight.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and he's been dragging Donald Trump the whole time he was out there campaigning.
Let me look him up. He said
in fact, I think he was on the Midas Touch a couple of times.
So fat boy done lost some weight?
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
Let me see. He had to get away from her ass, huh?
But I don't know. He may not appoint Kellyanne Conway for anything.
Yeah, he a funny
One thing
looking
I
dude.
noticed, Donald Trump ain't really bringing hardly any of the people he had in his first administration. He's bringing everybody he's bringing in are people that never worked for him before.
Oh wow, he lost a gang of weight. He had weight loss surgery, Lisa.
Yeah, George Conway. That's right.
Oh my goodness, he looks so different.
Married to Kellyanne Conway, and they said when she was working for Trump, he was giving her hell at home.
Well, what I liked about him, because I know Trump what that remind me of, because Trump, when he went to school, he went to an all boys school, and I know in those schools, them boys, all they do is just do horrible things, and he just seemed like he just knew Trump's kind. It was nothing Trump could do to make him back down. He would not back down from him. And then the other one that
and
died.
Then it was funny when he would go out there, I think on Twitter at the time, and he would troll Donald Trump. He would troll Donald Trump, and Donald Trump would get mad. He
sure
would get mad as hell.
And what was that other guy's name that died? He was a politician. He was out of Arizona.
You're talking about John McCain.
Yeah, Trump.
Yeah, you're talking about John McCain.
Yeah, Trump couldn't do nothing to John McCain.
John McCain used to fight his ass back.
Yeah,
he wasn't scared of Donald Trump.
Yeah, he would do stuff to irritate Trump. And I remember when Trump was in office first, and I guess they had McCain on a ship or something, his name, and they was trying to hide it from Trump, because if he seen it, he would get upset. You remember that?
Yeah.
I said, this dude is pathetic. Did you see
that? John McCain, before he died, said, "Don't allow Trump at his funeral." I was like, damn.
Shoot. His mother outlived him.
That old racist bitch. I remember her.
Yeah, she was an identical twin. But yeah, Trump put him down because what had happened to him in the military, but he put the military down.
Yeah, but Donald Trump had bone spurs and got out of the military that way.
Yeah.
You remember he had bone spurs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you and your bone spurs, Trump, like some people that knew Trump, they met him in college and then they didn't see him anymore. He just fell off the face of the earth. Yeah, they met him in college. Then poof, he was gone. That was it. And that was all. Trump ain't went to no damn college. that sound like George Bush #2. They said all he did was party through college.
And people said they never even seen him in class.
But
he somehow graduated from college, and they said they never seen him in class.
Do you know that a lot of people don't know that George Bush #2 was a cheerleader in college?
Yeah, I remember.
I was crying. I said, this fool is a cheerleader. Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. And
I wonder if Herschel Walker's already in the Bahamas. Remember, he was the ambassador of Bahamas. I wonder if he's already there.
You got to look him up and see what's going on with her.
Did he leave out of Georgia and go to the Bahamas yet?
Let me see what happened to Herschel.
He ain't gonna do nothing, but he probably gonna have some affairs while he's there. You know him. He don't pass up laying around with women. So
Herschel Walker gonna populate that little island over there. That's what he about to do.
You're gonna hear about 10 more by the time Herschel Walker leaves as the ambassador of the Bahamas. He's gonna have about 20 kids on that island.
Yep, he gonna have
about 20 new children on that island.
I guarantee you somebody is pregnant over there right now.
Yep. He probably went to one of those little tiki bars and worked himself half to death, and somebody took him home.
Herschel Walker is nasty. Oh Lord.
I'm telling y'all, by the time he gets finished and he leaves the Bahamas, they gonna be a lot of little Herschel Walker Bahamians over there. Little Herschel Walkers.
Lisa, he could put in a lot of damage in 4 years,
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna
Uh-huh.
leave he's gonna probably be about 20 children by the time he leaves.
Mm-hmm. And I remember that woman had a picture of Herschel Walker in her bed, and he said that wasn't
Mhm,
him. Said that was
mhm,
not him. I said,
mhm.
Herschel Walker, that's
He
you.
even
And
had
that,
cards. Remember, he had sent her cards, and she kept the cards. And Christian confirmed. He said, "No, that's his signature. I know his writing." I
oh
was
Lord, yeah, that
like,
little, yeah, his son lit into him because he was really hurt. He had siblings he didn't even know about.
"Damn." Mm-hmm.
I said, oh wait, and you sitting up here talking about black men real bad. You
Mm-hmm.
got
He's talking
babies.
about the black community real bad.
Mm-hmm. His mama was
They
standing
said
at a.
they said he's still screaming and hollering. I think he's over on Facebook doing it now.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look. I don't see
I think he's
anything.
on Facebook or Instagram. He's on one of them, but they say he's still screaming and hollering on all them videos.
Yeah, because I checked his Instagram. It's nothing over there updated at all.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. I'm gonna have to check on Facebook and see what he doing and stuff. Because okay.
Mm-hmm.
Herschel
He gonna
Walker.
have a bunch of kids and be paying child support and all that stuff. He'll be back on that again.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is his
I
official
don't know.
page.
He might not do it, Queen. Those are black women. He might find some white women over there or something, but we know he ain't gonna touch the population of black women there. He don't get down with the black women.
Well, he'll just bring them over, and then still populate. No, he's not doing anything over on Facebook either.
Is it Instagram?
No, I checked his Instagram.
If you just Google and see what comes up, Christian Walker.
Oh, you talking about Christian? I was doing Herschel. Let me check
No,
Christian.
Christian, his son. They said he's over there. He's still screaming and hollering all over the videos. And I haven't seen him, but somebody had told me that. They said he ain't changed. He's still screaming and hollering and having meltdowns on them videos. He's still doing the same thing. Oh,
Okay.
he's on TikTok. He's on TikTok doing that? Okay.
Let me see.
I know someone had told me he's still out there and he's doing the same exact thing, screaming and hollering.
That boy is something else.
Yeah, he let him get a little older. He gonna end up stroking out on them videos.
Let me see. All he do is shop with his daddy's money.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Show got a beautiful body. What a waist. Let me see what he over here doing. Let me see. He looked like he possessed with the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, he was over here a day ago going to hell in. Lord.
Yeah, they said he's still doing it over there. He might be calm on some videos, but they said he's still doing that mess.
The only time I seen realness in him when he got in his father's ass.
Mm-hmm.
And he was really hurt, and he was talking about how his father had abused his mother, and they was moving all over the place because you can't break up that dude. I'm telling you, any white women listening, you can't break up with him.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot break up with him
because there were several when he was running for senator. It was a couple of women that came out and said he stalked them.
Yeah, because you break up with him, first thing he want to do is kill himself and then kill you. That's the order. Now think about what I just said. He gonna kill himself first, then he gonna kill you. He don't take breakups well at all. No, not one iota. And I do remember back in the day, he was beating up on that woman real bad. She had to get away from him. He crazy. But shoot, Herschel then populated America. I know it's some more babies out there someplace. And then he was claiming that wasn't so, and then the woman.
I know all of it was lies. None of them. That's not true. No, that's a lie. I say, okay, everything's a lie, right? But all of these women are coming forward and saying the same thing about you.
And whoever is his daughter, because he had her in college. I couldn't find nothing on her. She must don't want to be known.
In fact, they said that's his only black child. The rest of the children are biracial. The first one he had was with a black classmate that he had in college.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them are all biracial.
Was that the college he was a valedictorian at?
Yeah, and then come to find out he wasn't. He was a dropout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
valedictorian. He was messing around with a black woman at that time. And she got pregnant. That's his first child.
And then remember he was in law enforcement?
And he was giving out those fake badges. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Herschel Walker, something else. Let's see. Herschel Walker on X. Let me see. No, I cannot see nothing. I'm just double checking to see is there anything out here about his daughter. You can't find nothing.
You don't know what her name is. I bet you she got her mother's last name and not his.
I don't think she want to have anything to do with him. I really think that. He's so disgusting. Okay, yeah, that one woman. Oh, he got one woman pregnant. Then he paid this woman to have an abortion. Yeah, because he got another child out there he don't have nothing to do with. The child don't even know him.
He said that's the case. Even Christian said he wasn't really there when he was growing up.
Yeah, Christian.
If you remember what he was saying, Christian said he really wasn't there when he was little.
Yeah, I'm reading it right here. Christian called his dad a bad father, a liar, a hypochondriac. Oh, yeah, he went in on his ass. Yet he has another son with a different woman the public doesn't know about. That was on the Daily Beast.
I'm just telling y'all, when he leaves the Bahamas, after being the ambassador of the Bahamas, just what? Don't be shocked if women start cropping up on that island saying they had his baby.
Oh, they still on Elon Musk making this gesture. Now they got his daughter out here reform. See, the thing so bad about what Elon did, it's all in his body language. It's all in his face. I mean, he meant that. What he did.
Hell yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, there were some, when I showed it, there was some people, not everybody, in the chat talking about Kamala did that too. I said, Kamala did not beat on her chest and give a Nazi salute. I said, look, I don't even like Kamala, but I know damn well she didn't do that.
Now, his oldest daughter, she just as evil as him. She said, I'm just going to say, call a spade a fucking spade. You got the same attitude as your Nazi ass father, born in South Africa. Oh, that's an ugly child.
You gotta understand, he comes out of apartheid South Africa. That's where this dude comes from. What do you expect him to be like? I'm just saying, what do you expect him to be like?
Yeah, I'm looking at his daughter. Oh, he got a lot of kids. 12 children.
12.
But yeah, that blew my mind when you showed that video where he couldn't hardly talk. I said, what is wrong with him?
I think he's got a speech impediment.
Started acting all goofy. Yeah, they still calling him out.
Calling him President Musk.
Yeah, we see how long Trump put up with that.
Boy, don't let somebody say it right to don't let anybody say that to Donald Trump when he's out and about. He's gonna have a meltdown.
What they said, this meteorologist who called out Musk Nazi salute gets shown the door. Yeah, they asked Trump about it. He played like he don't see that shit.
Yeah, well, what's that old woman he wants to be in charge of the UN? Stefanik, I think her name. She tried to say it's nothing. And I said, she's a fake Jew. And she tried to play it off too. I said, okay, so all you got to do is be a billionaire and y'all are willing to ignore everything.
Yep. greed. That's all nothing but greed. And he could not contain himself. I said, wow, look at this. I done seen a lot of things.
You know, that's an excuse. You know, yeah, I heard Elon got autism. I've been around people with autisms, and they're not doing Nazi salutes.
No.
It's almost like they're making up an excuse. Oh,
Yeah,
well, you know, he's got autism. Well, a lot of people got autism, and they're not walking around here doing some Nazi salute, okay?
Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm. But yeah, when he got up there on that stage and tried to talk, I cringed. I said, this dude can't talk.
That's why I said y'all pay close attention to how he talks and his mannerisms and everything when he talks.
Yeah,
He looks awkward. He just looks very awkward.
Yeah. I said, he a goofball.
Yeah, he looks very awkward. You can just look at him and tell he's not comfortable at all.
No, so when he did what he did, that was in his soul. I mean, he felt every fiber.
And don't be surprised if he does it again. Don't be surprised if he does it again, and they'll be making excuses again.
Well, that's the nature of them. Yeah. So we'll see how things go. And just based on this breakdown of what we was looking at, that's the part that was really interesting to me. I didn't know it was going to come to that this will directly affect white women, you know. But on the surface, folks is licking their lips like, oh yeah, black folks gonna be affected. And I'm like, we always had a disadvantage. So
so trust me, at the end of the day, they're gonna be disappointed because they're not gonna get the reaction they're looking for. They're not. They didn't when they got rid of affirmative action. They just knew we were going to be in the street shouting and marching and carrying on, and we didn't do none of them things.
No. And like I said, it's been the affirmative action was abolished here in California. It's almost been 30 years now. And folks is working. I mean, my two stepdaughters, they have excellent jobs. They work for the government. They do training, you know. And I don't know who else, but something that I was sharing with Lisa, my daughter and her husband, as far as how they're doing financially and the jobs that they have, they're doing very well for themselves. You know, he's a nurse, and then my daughter, she's a HR manager, but she works for a nonprofit for adults with special needs. And I know of a number of young Black folks, I'm just talking about within my family, that are got some really good jobs. And trust and believe, they got those jobs on their own merit. They didn't give them Black kids them jobs like that. Like they said, okay, they got a deficit because my husband's daughters both got their masters. So you have to be whatever overqualified is. That don't make no sense to me. But you see, like I said, we are the cream of the crop. When we apply for something, we supersede everybody. But see, they'll give one of them peons a chance. You know.
Yeah.
That's what they will do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it makes me wonder, do his other kids have autism like him?
It's in them.
I
don't know if it, you know, like you said, you don't necessarily know if it's going to show up and all.
But if Trump is getting rid of birthright and all that, would Elon have to go? I would love for him to go back to South Africa.
Yeah, stay his ass there. Stay his ass there.
But we know he isn't. Why
Yeah,
you talking about Tariq Nasheed in my chat?
I don't like Tariq.
How the hell did that come out?
He did Jazzy Rose so bad. I stopped listening to him. He got 2 babies now. Got the cutest son and daughter. I had to send you a picture.
What would Barron have to go? Yeah,
Oh
Melania
Lord.
isn't she, she's not a citizen of this country.
Yeah, you know Trump like them foreign chicks. And Barron would be considered an anchor baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
What a
Mm-hmm.
contradiction. Oh my
Guess
goodness.
he gonna have to send them away.
Well, no. Even his children from his first wife, they anchor babies too.
Mm-hmm. Ivana. Mm-hmm. I think Melania and Ivana are from the same country.
Mm-hmm.
I think those two women come from
You know, Trump,
Eastern Europe.
I'm telling you, Trump like them because some people, I'm repeating myself, some people think when people speak with broken English, they're not that intelligent. That's why Trump liked those type of women with that broken English, because it makes him feel superior. But we know you get to talking to her, she ain't bright at all. Because when that last interview I seen with her, and they was showing it on the Midas Touch, she was over there talking about that birther stuff. And then they started throwing stuff in her face and she got quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And I could feel the influence from Trump, but she don't know what she's talking about. He said Elon Musk is the real president. Elon Musk ain't gonna make it them 4 years, y'all.
I don't think Trump is gonna make it them 4 years at the rate he's going.
Because you talking about he breathing down Trump's neck. He don't like that type of stuff. You talking about
do you know, True Royal, do you know that Elon Musk rents a place at Mar-a-Lago? So even when Donald Trump goes to Florida, he lives on the grounds of Mar-a-Lago. He rented a place from Donald Trump. So can you imagine that you see him in the White House and then you go down to Florida and on your property, Elon Musk also lives on your property? That's too much togetherness right there.
The way I look at him, Lisa, he looked like a whiner.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he didn't already whine about getting
he's already kind of, and I think another thing that's going to annoy Donald Trump, when he don't agree with Donald Trump, he goes in the media and blast it all over the place that he don't agree with Donald Trump on this, and this. He's done that a couple of times already.
Wow. That ain't good.
And I said, that's what's going to make him snap right there.
What did you say? You said, I saw an article that Barron Trump has some real estate deal in the works. Have anybody ever heard Barron talk?
That's
the $1 million question.
I always hear other people saying what he's doing or what he's saying, but you don't never hear it directly from him.
Yeah, have anybody seen him with his own peers? Something wrong with that boy. Just think about it. Nope. There you go, right there. I've been searching.
But if you look up, Elon got some real estate right there where Donald Trump lives, Mar-a-Lago. I said, man, I can't imagine Donald Trump looking at this man every day at the White House. Then when you go home to Mar-a-Lago down in Florida, Elon is there too. I'm sorry. I can see how he would get, it would just get on his nerve after a while.
Yeah. Because he want to be right next to Trump. And
you see him more than you see Vance.
Yeah.
Especially when they were out campaigning, you saw Elon more than you saw Vance.
Vance is awfully quiet. I don't know if somebody said something to him or he feels some kind of way, but he quiet. I don't think he has any peers. That boy don't like to be touched, and he like to sit in a room with white walls. I heard that from his daddy. Oh Lord, no, don't say this. I heard him once when he was let me see, wait a minute. Heard him once. I believe he was 3 or 4 of age. and he was going to school. 3 or 4, he a grown ass man now. That's funny. Yeah, I know about that. I know about that, B. Smith. I seen a video. It said Barron has autism, and that is why Trump is against vaccines. Because I heard this video where Trump said he was a perfectly fine little boy, and he went to go get his vaccines, and after that, he was never the same. And Trump was, you could tell he was hurt. Oh, wait a minute. You need a wrench. Now, I ain't taking these wrenches away. These folks be taking these things down. There you go, Queen. So if somebody lost their wrench, just let me go. Oh, you didn't know that, Jewel? That boy got them shots, and he ain't never been the same. And I've seen him push his hand. He don't like to be touched. You don't see him around nobody. Now, I did see him with his father playing golf, but he was in the golf cart, and he was calling Campbell every name under the sun. Well, you are right about that. You said, I think Vance has a few tricks under his sleeve. Vance, like I said this earlier, he knows what's wrong with Trump because he's close, he's close with him, and he's thinking that he's going to become the president. He is not going to become the president. This is his last position. I guarantee you this. This is the last time he'll ever have a position this high ever in his life. And technically speaking, if they require him to do some type of work, his wife going to be doing the work for him. Dude is beyond dumb. Beyond dumb. She helped him all the way through college. He has never got a job on his own, ever. Somebody's always helped him.
Wow.
Things out there.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I mean, now they're also claiming that Barron speaks other languages.
I guess he do. Some shit he made up.
I said, well, he must being silent must be one of those languages.
Yeah, must be.
But yeah, they said he speaks Slovenian because that's where his wife is from, Melania, and they said he can also speak French.
Okay,
that's what they're saying, but we haven't seen him speak a word of English yet.
Well, I want to hear it for myself. Yeah, there you go, Lisa. Can he speak English?
But yeah, they're claiming he speaks other languages.
You would think he would have his own little Instagram or something out there. You said the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said during Savior's Day a few years ago that Trump will be the last of the presidents. Oh, that's
a lot of people say that, because of the times we're in the end times. And a lot of people do feel that Donald Trump will be that last president. He speaks slow. He said Barron speaks slow.
Barron don't talk. That is not normal. You don't see him with children. We ain't never heard him talk. Now, somebody said they heard him when he was 3 or 4 years old. That don't count. That was probably an accident that came out of his mouth. And you don't see him being with his peers or anything. Something's going on. And then you seen that goofball just standing up there. He just standing tall. Talking about he the ladies' man. Have you seen him with a female? Did you see him go? Did you see him?
I ain't even seen him with a best friend, a male best friend.
Did you see him go to his prom? Okay, we ain't seen none of that.
They claim he's going to college. He could be going to college. I mean, that's what they're claiming.
Yeah, he going through it.
He don't look very athletic. He's just kind of tall and goofy.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look like an athlete.
No, he's just tall.
Mm-hmm.
But something is real off with that boy. Real off. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But you know what, y'all? Every time I see his name is spelled with 2 R's.
Yeah.
Barron, because I see
Mm-hmm.
people are spelling it with 1 R. When
Yeah.
I see his name in print, it's always spelled with 2 R's.
Mm-hmm.
He
And
looked
I
like
know,
Trump. Yeah, he looks like a young, goofy Donald Trump, just
to me,
taller.
he looks like both of them.
Mm-hmm. Just taller.
Let me see here. I'm looking something up. I'm asking something. Let me see. Oops, wait a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, they gave him a standing ovation. Uh-oh. I found a video on Facebook. Hear
Uh-huh.
Barron Trump's voice. And they even said this is rare. Now, when they acknowledged him at the inauguration, he just did sign language. Okay, let me see if I can hear this boy's voice.
How come it sounds so grainy? Okay, I don't hear anything. Mm-hmm. True Royal, I don't think that whatever he's saying is not coming through. All I hear is a bunch of static. Are you there?
I'm there. I finally did hear his voice. They kept playing his voice when he was real little.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed just a snippet. This is on Facebook, a snippet where he said, "How you doing?" And then he backed up. But
Oh,
when he was a
okay.
little boy, his accent sounded like he was from another country.
Oh, okay.
Now he got some bass in his voice, but that was real quick. See, people was asking the same thing I was asking. Have anybody ever heard him talk? Damn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they let him be seen, but they sure don't let him be heard.
Yeah. He just said, "How you doing?" And he backed right up. But they just kept showing over and over when he was a little boy.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump and Melania said when he was little, he was like any other kid. He was real playful and he was like a normal kid. It wasn't until they got him his he had some vaccines and it was never the same after that.
Yeah. I heard the same thing. And what you saying, what I was looking at, what you were saying was they kept playing over and over him playing as a little boy and everything. It looked like he was no more than 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
Then you don't see nothing else. That's it. But he had a very heavy accent as a child. So
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they try to say he's a ladies' man, but I said you don't even see him with a girlfriend.
Yeah, like I said, you don't.
You would think all them rallies that his father went to, if you had a girlfriend, wouldn't she show up at one with you?
I mean, like Barack Obama's. I remember Barack Obama's youngest daughter. I remember her going to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
And they usually will show something like that. You don't see him do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And Trump introduced him at one of the rallies, said he's king of the internet. Okay, Lisa, you got a son. Don't he stay on the internet?
Yeah.
My son got off of work early. He right now and they're playing video games. That ain't nothing new. That's what them kids do.
Right.
So what's the big deal about that? He ain't kidding no damn internet.
Mm-hmm. Donald Trump has threatened the world, y'all.
Oh Lord.
He said, make products in the US or face tariffs. So he's telling these other countries to start making their products in the US or he's going to slap them with tariffs.
Okay,
how you going to do that?
He just going to bully everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you better do what he say.
That's what he said.
All you doing is creating animosity at the end of the day. People don't like you telling them what to do. You got your own business and you're going to tell somebody what they better do with their business.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what he's doing. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And he want to even go into the private sector messing with people. You'll get a lot of pushback. A lot of pushback. And now he ready to get rid of them judges. A lot of those judges he appointed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
He's mad at them because they didn't stand by him when he lost that first election and would not help cheat to get him back in for another term. They wouldn't go along with him.
No, they followed the law.
Mm-hmm.
He want to tweak
to do.
Yeah, and then Trump is a cold piece of work. You can do some dirt for him and then you get your ass in trouble and he's not going to be there for you.
Exactly. Look at how many people went to jail when he was in his first administration.
It was a revolving door.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of people went to jail behind Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm. Being loyal, messing themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff. And he will not be there for you. He's not going to be there.
No, he's not.
Look. Have you been keeping up what's been going on with Giuliani?
Mm-hmm.
It's laughable. The stuff that happens to Giuliani.
I heard him say he don't have any money anymore. And I just started laughing. That's what you get for messing with those two black campaign workers. I think they were mother and daughter.
Yeah, he was in contempt of court.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it just got to his gall that he got himself tripped up like that, and he got to rake over his funds to these black women. And see what he need to go do. He need to go collect his money from Trump because Trump never paid him.
Mm-hmm.
But he don't bring up Trump at all. Trump don't have no use for Giuliani. See, you mess around with Trump, there's a omen around him. You're going to lose everything.
Yeah.
That's something that I noticed.
That's so true.
Being around him, things do not go right in your life. And the same thing gonna happen. And he'll be sitting up there like ain't nothing touching him and stuff. And if you come to him and ask him for help, he gonna call you all kind of names. Just tell you to look what he did to the first vice president. Them people had a noose out there ready to hang that man.
They sure did, although it looked flimsy. But yeah, that's exactly what they were going to do.
Them people, if they would have been able to get their hands on them politicians, they would have killed them.
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't playing. They would have drugged them out, and they would have killed them. They had to really secure them people. Them people was not playing. Look at what they did to them cops. I think 5 people died in that situation.
5 people, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure was. That's why I said, when they came back talking about BLM, I said, you know what, y'all, I might have my opinions about BLM, but one thing I can say, nobody ain't dying at their protest.
No.
Like the insurrection, people ended up losing their life behind that mess.
I'll never forget that day you called me and you said, have you seen what's going on? I'm like, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have my TV on. And I was watching that. But the part that really blew my mind, because they was playing it over and over. One night I was laying down and I wasn't looking at the TV. And it sounded like a pack of animals. I said, wow, listen to them.
I would never forget the shots of everything inside the Capitol. You saw the busted out windows.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the excrement and the urine. I said, you got to be an animal to do that.
Mm-hmm. You sure do got to be
a straight up animal to do something like that.
Yeah, that's just really disgusting. Because trust and believe, if disproportionately Black folks would have went up there and did that, it would have been a bloodbath. We already know that. And
plus, people would have got shot. Those cops would not have had that kind of restraint at all if it was us.
No, they would have took us all the way out on something like that. We know how the enemy gets down.
And we know you gun toters, you'll be running up there talking about you helping the police.
And then
would have showed up.
And then the Black folks they would have arrested. Do you think Trump would have been pardoning them?
No.
No. None of that would have happened.
No. And he ain't pardoning a living soul that's Black.
No.
Just worried about them old people, and they really shouldn't have been pardoned.
No. Now what they want to do, anybody who's in jail that is a mayor in that state, they want to come after the mayor. I was reading about that. If the mayor is Black, let me take that away. That they were very specific in what they were saying. So
now it look like they're gonna be raiding New Jersey next week. And the governor of this state is acting like he's gonna get in the way. And they're already telling Phil Murphy they gonna arrest your butt.
So Lisa, is your state a sanctuary?
Yes, some of like the northern part, like where Newark and Trenton and all that is, that's more north of me. Yes, it's sanctuary. Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
And the thing is, they're gearing up to fight these ICE agents, at least the governor is, and they said they're going to arrest him. They said they will arrest the governor of this state if he gets in their way.
Wow.
And he said he's going to get in their way. So it should be interesting.
Yeah,
not unless he backs down by next week, maybe he'll walk back what he's saying, but right now he's talking like he's going to get in their way.
Well, we shall see. Let the games begin.
Any of these politicians really get arrested?
Yeah, because they giving people instructions. Don't open your door, or you can go to this particular Catholic church, and stuff like that. And
but look at how they're protecting them. But if we are trying to keep ourselves safe from these cops out here, they don't tell us how to keep ourselves safe.
We on our own. We are straight up on our own. And they
don't do that for us.
Yeah, they sure don't.
Look at that. They're telling these people how to go somewhere and hide. Go to this church.
They're not going to come in there. Them folks are going to come up in that church.
Yes, they are. And look, if they're going to schools after little children, of course they're going to go in a church. Yeah, they're going to go up in them churches.
Yeah, they ain't going to think nothing of it.
I mean, come on. I mean, you're telling them don't stop in, go in the hospital, go in the church, go in the schools, go on their jobs. They're telling them to go everywhere.
They tell them to go to the hospital?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And go to if they know where they're working, to go to their jobs.
Okay. I didn't hear about the hospital deal.
Yeah. They told them to go in the hospital. So it could be some of them laid up in a hospital bed. They're going to snatch their asses out of them beds and deport them.
Lord have mercy. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. The
Yeah,
hospital.
hospitals too. Yes, yeah, and
Okay.
we'll see. We'll see if Phil Murphy gonna act a fool when they get here, like he claims.
Mm-hmm.
I think he gonna back down, y'all. I don't. I think he is a paper tiger. He ain't gonna
Okay.
do nothing but run his mouth. I don't think Phil Murphy is gonna do anything.
Well, I'm gonna keep my eyes wide open. We're gonna see.
We
We're
shall
gonna
see.
see.
But I think he's full of crap. I think at the end of the day, he'll step aside and let them folks come in here and do whatever they need to do.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think he's full of crap myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Because if they do, they gonna have to definitely broadcast that. If he's the first politician to get arrested, I'm going live on that one.
Oh, I know you are.
I'm going
Yeah.
live with old Phil Murphy. I don't know if any of you seen the governor of New Jersey, a real doofus.
No, I never taken the time to look at him. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to
take
go
a
over there
look
and
at
check.
him. Take
Let
a
me
look
see.
at him. He's a real doofus.
Okay, let me look here. Okay, governor, New Jersey. Oh my lord!
Ain't he goofy looking?
Look like he got a cow lick on the top of his head, and his teeth. Yeah, and his teeth stick out.
Yeah,
All his
yeah.
pictures, I see his teeth sticking out.
That's all you see when you see a picture of him. Just you see him and just some teeth.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And he don't look like nothing. He one of them people. He really don't look like nothing. He just white.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look like anything. I don't know if any of you ever seen him. He's a doofus looking guy.
What he made a request of Trump. What is here? He asked Trump to move swiftly on pricing, charging drivers $9 to enter Manhattan's. Damn, you gotta pay $9 to go to Manhattan?
Yeah, they
Oh
charge
Lord.
a congestion fee. A lot of people don't like it, and they've been complaining about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another scam. It's just another way of ripping people off. That's all.
Well, they talking about taking it up. They taking it up to $15.
Manhattan has been congested forever now.
So how's
So
that gonna clear? How's that gonna clear?
it's not. It's just the
That don't even
government
make.
scamming people again. That's all.
Yeah, just taking folks' money. How the hell that's gonna
Scamming
help me?
people. I
Wow.
mean, you can look at pictures of Manhattan 100 years ago, and it was congested even then.
Uh-huh. You gotta pay a congestion fee.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't heard it all. Damn.
It's a ripoff.
Like I said, they want more money.
Ain't nothing but a scam.
Mm-hmm.
They just found another way to bilk people out of money.
Yeah. Well, at the toll plaza in San Francisco, there ain't no more toll takers up there. Nobody collects toll. You got to have one of them things on your car, or if you don't, you'll get something in the mail.
I had one of those on my car.
They don't have nobody up there collecting toll no more.
Wow. So I guess everything's automated.
Yeah. But the thing is, you got somebody maybe coming from out of state. They don't know what's going on. They're going to get it. They're going to get something in the mail.
Wow.
I remember when my son was in college, he got a letter here to pay for a ticket. Lisa, the ticket was 75 cents.
What?
Yes. I said, now the paper that they printed it on and mailed it cost more. Sure did. Sure did.
The Bible tells you you're not supposed to practice usury, but the whole society is usury.
That's ridiculous.
The whole thing is usury.
It ain't no bridges in LA. Period. All the bridges is up my way. Because LA ain't nothing but a damn desert. They just
we got tolls all over, you know, in certain areas of New Jersey. And it's ridiculous. When I used to go down to Atlantic City, we used to go for the weekend, leave on Friday night and come back Sunday. And I remember you got to go through about 3 tolls before you get down to Atlantic City. And it's ridiculous. You're not going over a bridge. You're just going over a straight road.
Wow.
And you got to stop 3 times and pay tolls. This is ridiculous. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's robbing you, and they ain't even pointed the damn gun at you. You just gonna fork it over. Just using folks. Country is disgraceful. It's just awful to do people like that.
Yeah, it's awful to pay. Our forefathers were the slaves and built this place, and we got to pay taxes in it. No, we are the group that we're the only group that should not be paying taxes up in here.
True.
Everybody else should pay taxes, but we should be exempt from taxes.
I totally agree. That I ain't never heard of such a thing. You go in 3 different zones and you got to pay. Wow.
Yeah, the New Jersey Parkway. Yeah, that ain't nothing but toll land. Nothing but toll land. Yeah, there's tolls all over the place, and you're not even going over a damn bridge. You're just going through a road, and they're charging you tolls all up and down.
Here in California, you got to pay for your grocery bags.
Yeah, well, they just started doing that here in New Jersey.
And
they started doing this in 2023. They start doing that.
It pissed me off. I went to they charge people 10 cents a bag. I went to an Asian store once. That bitch in there was charging 25 cents a bag.
I always got my own bags with me.
I always keep my own bags too.
I don't need their bags.
Because you see, a person like me, you ain't gonna like me. I'm gonna have bags in all the trunks of our cars. And then like you can get like a free trial and watch something online, maybe for a week or so, like that. Like they'll want you to get you to maybe watch HBO or something like that. Lisa, I'll get that free trial, and I'm the kind of person, I'll check it every damn day. You ain't gonna get me like that. I'll use your shit, and the day before, because I don't trust them, the day before it's supposed to expire, I cancel it. And I rotate it like that every year. I ain't buying nothing.
I hear you. I don't blame you.
But see, they hope you will forget. That's what they hoping. Nah, not my mind.
But even if you do forget, you can still get your refund.
Yeah, I know you can, but I still don't. I just don't trust them, and I'll check. I'll just check.
Oh, just Netflix is going up. Yeah, I got my Netflix account. They gonna raise their rates too. They need to go somewhere and sit down.
Yeah, because I watch a lot of Netflix. They getting ready to go up too as well, huh? Okay, I didn't know
I've already paid higher rates with them with their rate hikes before.
Well, see, on the Netflix, let me see. I use it. My daughter use it. My husband use it, and my son use it. So that's one price, and all of us use it together. My daughter and her husband, they use it at her house. Because I told my daughter, I said, don't pay for that thing. I got that covered. Not everybody in the house need to be paying for that. I mean, the family, you can add a couple of family members on it, or whoever you want to add on it. Yeah, but they're going to force us now to use brown paper bags.
Wow.
At the store. You can still use your plastic, but you have to buy your own. So we saved all our plastic. Then my husband bought some real nice, good cloth bags to use.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of them from Amazon. In fact, I got some that I have never even opened the package because I bought a stack of them.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. But yeah, that's what Newsom is enacting now and stuff. And I mean, they some of them stores be coming up on folks paying. You be thinking, oh, it's just 10 cents. That 10 cent can add up quick.
No, it's too easy to just stuff a bag in your purse.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean, or put it in your pocket. You don't have to get nothing from that store.
Yeah. And like I said, I put them in all of our cars. My son got some, my husband,
cars.
so we don't forget, because my husband, he have a tendency to forget. And I'm like, nah, them bags is in there. Don't you buy no damn bags from them. You done already bought bags. And then you, because I'll walk out the store with the groceries. I ain't paying 10 cents. And I already got a mess of bags.
Bring some garbage bags. Hey, if that works for you, I wouldn't knock a person if they did that.
I did that once. I there was some sale on toilet paper once, and I knew I was gonna get a lot, so I just bought me a big old garbage bag and threw all the because I just got that one thing. I just got the toilet paper,
right?
You know, and them little bags is not gonna help. Putting little 4-packs in there and all. Bring you a big old bag, and that's how you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah,
Louisiana was one of those states that wrote in on keeping their slavery up in the prisons. I will never forget that.
Well, unquote, progressive so-called California still got slavery here too as well. Folks, when I see people think California is so liberal, and I keep telling people California is a republic state. It's a lot of wealthy people here in this state. You heard what Campbell said. Who gonna do the work?
Yeah,
and they've been getting on California's ass about paying them more out here fighting these fires day in and day.
They were saying those inmates only get $1 a day, and they're fighting the same way the firefighter is that's working for the fire department. They're not doing anything any different.
Yeah, they're wearing them out.
And they're saying it's not right to do them like that.
No, it's not. It really not. They out here fighting a major ass fire, and they just using them people. That's all they doing. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Now, y'all, I know y'all been following, because I'm thinking about doing a current event soon, because I know y'all done heard Nelly and Snoop Dogg and the stuff they're saying, because they're being dragged over performing at Donald Trump's inauguration. And I told True Royal, I said, I'm shocked. Nelly sound like a straight up coon. I didn't know he was like that.
Yeah, he does sound like a straight up coon. He want to fight with everybody.
Yeah.
And over there
arguing with everybody. And I saw he was over there on Willie D.
Yeah,
he interviewed him, and I was like, Nelly, you sound like a coon. The hell is wrong with him?
And Snoop, I went over there at his Instagram, and people dragging him. He won't say nothing. All he keep doing is just smoking a bunch of weed. He just smoking up a bunch of it. He just ignoring people. And I said, damn, Snoop, your career hit a different plateau. What you on? And you up there, but see, what people been doing is playing back what he had said in 2017.
Yeah, because he was saying anybody that performs with Donald Trump is a jigaboo. I heard him. I heard what he said.
Well, he the ultimate jigaboo. Yeah, and I would respect a person more if they said, I just want to go get the damn money. And because that ruined Chrisette Michelle's career. Do you know I went and looked her up yesterday, Lisa? When she goes to a concert, she can only make $20,000 to $30,000 per concert.
Wow.
That ain't, and then you got to remember, she got to pay her band. She ain't making no money.
No, she isn't.
No. I was really disappointed in her. I said, she don't understand the quality of her music. And then she went and sung for Trump and he didn't pay her.
Well, that's what some people were saying. They were like, I hope you got, with Nelly, they said, I hope you got your money, because you may not get nothing. You doing all this cooning and not get one dime.
Yeah, with Trump, see, when you're dealing with Trump, you better deal with some cash ass money with Trump. because Trump is real famous.
Donald Trump don't think you're worthy enough to get paid for work you do for him.
Yeah,
he thinks because you got exposure around him, that's payment enough.
Yeah, that's how Trump get down. Trump is grimy like that.
No. Yo, I would never perform. I'd pull a Biggie Small on him. I would wait just before it's time for me to go on stage and refuse to go until I get my money. That's what Biggie used to do to Diddy. He would wait just before he had to go on the stage and say, I'm not going out there until I get paid.
I don't blame him.
And he would run around and try to get the money to pay Biggie.
Yeah, and Biggie only wanted cash. He didn't trust nobody. He wanted his money in straight up cash.
That's how I would do Donald Trump. Oh, you want me to go out there? Okay. Oh, just 5 minutes before going out. Where's my money? I'm serious. Where's my damn money?
Yeah, because wow. Yeah. And Trump is known for that. Like I said, his so-called best partner, Giuliani, he ain't even paid him.
He sure didn't. Giuliani went traveling all over the country, state to state, trying to get them to overturn the election for him, and he couldn't do it. Plus, he gave me that priceless picture of that dye running down the side of his face.
Oh, Lord, Lisa, come on now.
I love them pictures. Those are my favorite pictures.
That shit looked awful, that dye running down his head. I said, who he trying to be?
Man. I said, this man is pushing freaking 80 years old. Come on, everybody know you got gray hair. Damn.
Yeah, he is being drugged. Well, you know what? Technically, he dragging himself because he don't want to comply with the courts. And I know for the life of him, I know what his problem is. He didn't want, and then he was still talking bad about them women.
I know. That's why they sued him twice and won twice.
I didn't know he got sued twice.
Yeah, he was talking crap about them, and they went and filed another lawsuit on him, and they won that too.
You're so stupid. Oh, Giuliani. That's just past stupid.
Well, you know, Donald Trump did that same thing with what's that woman that he felt up and she sued him?
That older woman
or something, yeah. And he talked mess about her on social media, and she sued him again and won again. I said, boy, these men sure don't know how to keep their mouth shut.
And let their ego get all wrapped up in that shit. Wow.
It's like, boy, you would figure after he lost, you would just keep your mouth shut. Yeah, Nelly is arrogant. He is. I didn't know he would. When I saw the way he came, I said, I had no idea Nelly was like that. No wonder why a lot of these stars, their managers and publicists, make sure they don't speak publicly, because I had read if you knew what many of them were like, you would not even like them.
Well, you know,
and Nelly is definitely proof of that.
Well, Nelly's stuck on himself. He one of those dudes that can't stay out the mirror. He just think he's so pretty.
Wow.
You know, but yeah, he a coon. Talking about no president ever invited me. All that kind of stuff like that.
Well, there's a lot of celebrities that never got invited. I mean, you ain't alone. Yeah. Jean Carroll. Yeah. Her.
But they said what made it so shameful was there was a ton of white celebrities that refused to perform for Trump.
Right. I heard that too.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
And these Negroes are sitting up here trying to justify it. Now I ain't heard Snoop say anything. Nelly been real vocal.
Nelly been trying to fight everybody off. Snoop has been pretty quiet.
Yeah, like I said, he still keep going to Instagram, and he just smoking weed. That's all he doing. He just smoke. I mean, he was smoking a mess of weed the other day. I said, "Ooh, boy, you need to slow your roll on that." I was reading.
Maybe he'll say something when he think people have calmed down about it. I don't know.
I don't know what he could logically say to get his ass up out of that situation. You know what I'm saying? What can you really say, Lisa?
Wasn't Kodak Black there too?
Yeah.
I think he was one of the performers.
Yeah, he was there. What? Rick Ross?
Rick Ross, yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And did you see
And
Fat
Donald
Joe?
Trump didn't even want black folks in his damn cabinet, but they went and they performed for him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow.
Did you see Fat Joe get booed?
That was funny.
I said he feeling that. That's embarrassing. You up there trying to perform.
Let me tell you, like I told you before, once you lose the black audience, your career is over. It ain't enough white folks that's going to show up for Fat Joe. So yeah, once he lost the black audience, which he did, it's over. It's over. He's going to get booed everywhere he goes until eventually he gets butt sore about it and disappear.
And they were saying that those tickets that people bought, Lisa, to go to that concert that booed him, they only paid $20 for them tickets.
Wow.
You know, because them concert tickets can get quite expensive.
Yes, they can.
And that was something else they pointed out, that folks was willing to pay their little $20 to go in there and drag his fat ass. And I said, oh, look at you. You getting drugged. You up here, you trying real hard to perform, trying to work it and all of that.
Like I said, once you lose your black audience, it's over.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
It's over. He can expect to be booed everywhere he goes, especially if he's performing.
Yeah. His legs don't know which way it can go. He got the word. He walks awful, Lisa. I don't see, as he become an older man, that dude gonna be in a wheelchair. I think he gonna end up in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah, because I mean, he lost all that weight, and I guess the way he was walking, he just seemed like he could get the, I don't know, can he get that straightened out? It's real bad. But he dirty too. He done people dirty in the industry.
Yeah, he has. And those few songs, everybody can out rap them. Yeah, he really was never the best rapper out there anyway.
Because him and Remy Ma had fell out long ago, and she said he wasn't paying her right.
Yeah, but go listen to Lean Back. Remy Ma is on there.
Yeah,
she steals the damn song.
Yeah,
when
she
you
does.
listen to her part and listen to Fat Joe, she steals the damn song.
Yeah, that was the only part I wanted to listen to in Lean Back. I would always wait for Remy Ma's part. Because she
she really took that song. She really did.
Yeah, she sure did. She has such a good delivery. I wonder if her and Papoose gonna get their little thing together. Is they still out there being crazy with each other?
Yeah, I mean, if you haven't heard Lean Back in a long time, go just play it and then listen to Fat Joe rap and listen to Remy Ma when her part comes up and rap. She steals the entire song.
Yeah, she sure does.
And I know that made him mad. He seems like one of those people that get mad over any damn thing.
Yeah. And then
Big Pun was a way better rapper than Fat Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, Big Pun's wife is very angry with Fat Joe because he owes her money. And when she got 3 kids, didn't help at all.
Yeah.
They be talking all that brotherhood stuff. That's like them dudes go to jail and be talking all that brotherhood stuff. They get locked up, they're going to have to depend on the women in their life. They do not help each other. They just be saying all that when they on the street. I didn't heard those guys talk about that online. Oh, I thought they was going to be there for me when I got locked up. When I got locked up, they wasn't even there for me. Better, just all talk. But you would just think when somebody, making that type of money and stuff, he had the money to help Big Pun's family.
Yeah.
That's just greedy.
Yeah, and he ripped off a lot of people. Fat Joe ripped off a lot of people. He's one of those other people, like Diddy. He didn't like to pay folks that did work for him, or worked on, some of his tracks and stuff. He didn't want to pay folks.
Yeah.
It never pays to be that way.
And then cop an attitude with the Black community and stuff. Now your ass is gonna feel.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting year, y'all. Don't forget, Diddy's trial comes up in May. May will be here before you know it. But his trial comes up in May, and y'all know, that is probably going to be the big story of that month. Him being on trial.
Well, I want to see what he looked like, because they said he looked awful.
Well, they said he lost a lot of weight and he's gray now, but he would be gray. Isn't he, 53 years old? He would be gray. I mean, that part ain't shocking. But yeah, I bet dramatically he lost weight, because they said that food is horrible in there.
Yeah. So, well, he's totally detoxed now, because I know they were saying he was suffering from withdrawals in jail and stuff. So drugs all out of his system.
Yeah. There's a story about him attacking his teachers. Now, who's that? Diddy?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Will Diddy survive? Well, I mean, as long as they keep him wherever he's I don't think Diddy is in Gen Pop. I don't think they got him in Gen Pop.
I thought he was in solitary confinement.
They don't have him in Gen Pop, because I think they're afraid somebody might actually get him.
Yeah, and then the state will be liable for that. And they don't want to. They don't want to be liable for that, so they got to protect them. They may not like them, but they got to protect them. Can't get around that one.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see, because I know federal trials, they won't show you what's going on, but they will, put it out in the news, and you'll see, those composite sketch that they do. You'll see stuff like that.
Yeah.
Remember when Donald Trump said they were drawing him ugly on purpose?
Boy, this dude, he's sensitive about everything.
He kept saying that the composite artist was drawing him ugly on purpose.
Well, he is ugly.
I said, Donald Trump, you are ugly.
But the part that got me, how he would be in there passing gas and up in there sleeping in a courtroom, just disgusting. I said, boy, you are really a disgusting human being.
They said the whole courtroom was smelling bad when he was up in there passing gas.
He don't have no shame. I would have been embarrassed. People would have been talking about me like that. And you in there just blowing up the courtroom.
And he was doing it all the time. He didn't. It's not like a one and done. He did that mess all the time.
Yeah, he one of them people that don't think his shit stink. I mean, Trump is just disgusting on all levels.
That's the result of eating bad. That's what that is.
Yeah, because he can't leave that damn McDonald's alone. And they said, trying to get him to eat right? Nope. He is not interested in that.
That's why I said having a kitchen staff is a waste.
Yeah, so that's another reason why he didn't want his finding out about his health and all. And I remember he was walking around with this piece of paper. He was on some little talk show. And I said, whatever's on that piece of paper is bullshit. And eventually they was talking about he's in robust health. A doctor don't write shit like that.
No, they sure don't.
No. Trump then had all kind of health issues. Trump, like I said, we know what his favorite food is. He gonna be driving Secret Service crazy again, running them back and forth to McDonald's. Here we go again.
I wonder I wonder what they really do. I mean, maybe they serve everybody else in the White House. That could be it. You know, the people that work there.
Lisa, come on now. You working there, you're gonna eat good. And then you can take the Trump ain't paying attention to nothing as long as he got his little McDonald's. You can just take the rest of that food home. If I was the chef there, I would order up some good shit.
Yeah.
Have me some good stuff. Everything premium.
I know the Secret Service must hate seeing him come. They said they would have to go on these 3 a.m. runs to Burger King for him. And they used to say that's not what they're there for, but he would send them out on these fast food runs at 3 in the morning and stuff. I wouldn't like that either.
Yeah. I remember
I would not like it.
I remember reading once he was on Air Force One, and Trump likes to eat lady fingers. Lady fingers are nasty. They said he had a cow. He was so upset that he had ran out of lady fingers.
Well, remember that one time, and I think it was in the beginning of his presidency, he was on the plane and they served him KFC, and I guess the KFC was not warm enough for him, and he had a meltdown over that. They served him his KFC. I think it was cold to him, and they didn't heat it up right. He had a meltdown over that.
I ain't surprised.
And somebody said, "What's lady fingers?"
Oh Lord, they supposed to be some type of pastry. And I remember having, as a child, I ate one of them. Well, took a bite of one. They nasty. Let me see. Lady fingers. Let's get into it. Ladies' fingers. What is the recipe of these little nasty things? They really nasty.
Yeah, they do have cookies that are also called lady fingers.
Well,
Dr. Carpy.
Yeah, they
do
sure
have
do.
that.
But the ones Trump like is those spongy ones. They got these ones that, they got some that's spongy. Oh, here they are. They ain't nothing but sugar and dough. That's it. I'm looking at the ingredients in it. They just sugar and dough. But he likes them real soft ones. And they, like I said, they spongy. They nasty. Yeah, they got them in biscuits. They said what? Low density dry eggs. I never heard of that. Sweet sponge cake biscuit. Roughly shaped like a finger. Okay. They got some like a sponge cake. And they shaped like a finger. And blah 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 blah. They come from overseas. And they make them with egg whites, egg yolks. You put them in a pastry bag and squeeze them. It ain't nothing to them, you know. They shit is so bland, and then they sprinkle them with some powdered sugar, and that's it. It ain't nothing special about them. Opposed to a recipe for some sweet potato pies or something like that. I mean, they on the level of they like a step above of eating a sea biscuit. And if you know what's in a sea biscuit, then you would understand. They're a step above a sea biscuit. It ain't really nothing to it. And they say people usually soak them in syrup or liqueur or espresso. But I remember, I taste one. I ain't never forget that. Little nasty things.
Boy, I will never forget that time when everybody was out on Twitter and Donald Trump was out there and they were calling him Diaper Don. Ooh, he got mad.
See, I was ahead of everybody on that. People said I was lying and making that up about them diapers. I was doing diaper videos when he first got in office. He was out there shitting on himself at the golf course and all of that. And I remember my aunt called me down in Arizona. She said, "You know, Trump wear diapers." I said, "Now somebody finally believed me."
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that because I went and checked, and I said, Trump can't control his bowels. He get upset, he have explosions. He gonna be having a lot of explosions this round. He done got older.
Yeah, you can tell he's older and definitely got more ornery.
Mm-hmm. And I seen that, Lisa, where because I didn't even pay attention during the inauguration. That joker did not put his hand on that little raggedy Bible he had and all. And then you see how that fake kiss him and his wife did, because you know she ain't doing nothing with Trump. Ain't nobody laying down with Trump. Nobody. With that diaper and stuff. And they say he liked to lay up in the bed and eat his McDonald's. Trump, remember that time? I don't know who was interviewing Trump. You couldn't see him, but you could imagine him. He didn't have his teeth in his mouth, and the way he was talking, it was talking with a lisp. And I said, "Oh wow, Trump! I can imagine Trump looking awful behind the scenes." I didn't know Trump wore a denture. See, I know Joe Biden do because
no, I know one time. In fact, it made the news. Donald Trump was reading something, and they got a close up, and you could see his dentures were slipping around in his mouth.
Okay, the only ones I ever seen slip around in their mouth is Joe Biden. Them jokers was sliding around with his 2 steps. Boy, he just look like he be scooting when he walk. Biden need to go lay his ass down.
Well, look like he ain't gonna have much of a choice but to do that.
Yeah, he is done.
The thing that got me was all them pardons for his own family. I said,
that blew me back when you started reading.
Family you come from?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of folk. That was quite a bit. Now was that technically 6 family members because he had already pardoned his son?
Yeah, Hunter plus 5 family members. So altogether 6 people.
No, the only reason I got all the tea, Jewel, Ivy, is because I read a lot. I'm always reading and studying. And I just want to know, because I ain't the best reader. I couldn't read until I was in the 5th grade because I'm dyslexic. And they wasn't helping us at all. So I had to teach myself. And the only way to get through things, you got to keep reading. You can't stop.
That's what my grandfather did. He only had a 2nd grade education because the kids had to work. You know, back then they didn't have the child labor laws that they got now. And so it was not unusual for children to work back in those times.
True.
And my grandfather told me his dad took him out of school when he was just in the 2nd grade. He had to start working.
Wow.
And he said how he learned how to read, he would buy the newspaper every day. And he said in the beginning, he would just look at the pictures to try to figure out what the story was about. And then after that, he just started sounding out the words, and he eventually learned how to read. He taught himself how to read.
Yeah.
That's how he did it.
Yeah, but you can't stop. You got to just keep pushing. You can't just say, okay, I got it. No, you got to keep pushing. The thing that really bothers me is like when the sentences is too close. I'm glad now you can open up, like especially on my laptop, you can widen everything because it'll be overlapping, jumping, and everything. I'll be like, what the hell is that? People have different levels of it. Yeah, the juicy details. And then people email us stuff, and then what we do is some people do get mad at us because they want to do a video on it. We got to go check because it'd be a lot of rumors floating around out there. A lot. So you got to cross check and recheck. And we all, but you know, everybody, we're not going to give up all our secrets. We all got different methods or different places that we go. for different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all, it's not always easy to do the videos because you do put a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
into it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not impossible, especially if it's something you really want to do.
Yeah. 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 To me, it seemed like it's easier if it's something, because some people have asked me, have emailed me behind the scenes, and they say, "Well, I'm autistic. Well, not autistic. They'll say I'm dyslexic too, and I'm afraid." Find something that you're passionate about, and every if somebody say something, just let them know, but don't just keep saying it over and over, and just keep it moving. That's all I can say. Just keep it moving. Somebody gonna always criticize you. I know
Mm-hmm.
somebody was over there criticizing Taryn Rain, and he didn't finish college and everything. It was like, you reading bad. You need to get better with your reading. And he was doing fine.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was that was really mean and cruel to talk to him like that.
Yeah, well, I had people tell me not to talk. I had one person, it was a long time ago. It was probably like a back in 2017, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And they told me, I think I had Taryn on my panel.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote me and told me if I did not stop talking to Tareen, they were going to unsubscribe from my channel. I said, well, go ahead and unsubscribe.
What a nerve.
You
What a
don't
nerve.
get to tell me who to interact with. I'm not 5 years old.
Well, you remember that one time that guy told you to take me off of your channel?
Mm-hmm. People don't do that so much now, but back in the day, there would be people telling me, oh, you need to stop talking to this person, or you need to. And KD was another one. I had
Oh yeah,
several
yeah.
people.
Yeah,
You need to
KD.
get that loud guy off of your panel. I don't like him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm like, oh man, come on, y'all.
There's some folks out there that have made videos about me and KD and tried to create drama between me and him and say, we better not talk anymore. You better not have her over there. You better not have him. And all it do is just bring me and him closer.
Mm-hmm.
You may not, you may not see KD every day, but me and him join at the hip. KD is very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
You
He
know.
sure is.
Mm-hmm.
I never forget when I had him on my panel for and it was the Black Panther. Man, he knew a lot about the Black Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he was putting there, he was throwing down the info. I'm like, well, damn, Katie.
One time I had what was that brother's name? He just recently passed. The dude I told you, Dr. The psychologist. It'll hit me in just a bit. I should know his name. Some people probably don't even know. It was a brother, somebody can help me, that was a psychologist out here, and he died a few months
Rick,
ago. Yeah, Dr. Rick, what's Rick's last name? I'm gonna have to go over to Facebook to pull up his last name. Dr. Rick. Let me double check. Is that Wallace?
Wallace, yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
Dr. Rick. Yeah, Dr. Rick Wallace passed, folks. I don't know if any of y'all remember him.
Mm-hmm.
He had a massive heart attack, and he was a fitness expert and everything. He's kept in great shape. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he passed. Mm-hmm. And he was on the panel, and I forgot what they was talking about because Rick got into something deep, and I wasn't versed in that subject. And KD and him was just going at it, and I was like, "Wow!" I said, "You go ahead with your bad self, KD."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my son called and told me that. He said, in the middle of the night, he was so upset. He said, "Rick died," and I said, "Huh?" I said, "Oh my goodness." I didn't know anything. I said, "Oh, wow." And then later on, I found out what actually happened to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame because he was still fairly young.
Yeah, that man had wrote over 27 books.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, and he would tell people how to write a book, and the way he would do it in sections, and he just knew how to whip a book out like it wasn't nothing. It didn't phase him at all and stuff. You never know, um, Darlene, what a person do, because you said he probably didn't drink enough water. He probably because one thing that keeps your arteries unclogged is vitamin C. It's very important to take vitamin C and all. And then I was reading that it's good to drink water in the middle of the night. It prevents heart attacks and strokes.
So does an aspirin.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's right.
I do the baby aspirin every day.
I drink a lot of water during the night. For some reason, I feel dehydrated in the middle of the night.
Is it the heat? Because the heat does that to me. In the winter, I get cotton mouth because the heat is just so drying.
I have to sleep in a cold room because it just keeps me clogged up. Yeah, we'll cut it on for a little bit, but then when we go into a deep sleep, we cut that joker off. But I don't know all the circumstances to it, but he was hospitalized. He did pass in the hospital. He had quite a few. He had quite a few children too. I felt for his children.
Yeah, I mean, aren't those children young too?
Or were
they older?
They were adults.
Okay.
I've seen pictures of him. He was very close to his children.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. But he was, because he had an organization where he was working for an organization for boys that were disadvantaged, and he was always putting on events for them and doing all kind of stuff, and he was really dedicated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, True Roll. I'm going to have to cut out.
Okay. All right.
And thank you for being on the panel.
Yeah, and that was ironic. We came up with the same thing on these, and I know we're gonna do more because as his presidency goes on, how these policies and just how the whole presidency gonna go at the end of the day.
With Donald Trump is going to always be something to talk about because that's how it was during his first administration. Yeah. You ain't gonna run out of material with Donald Trump. You ain't gonna never run out of material.
But we're gonna see people fighting back. It's gonna be, but the chaos has already been created based on how he's approaching his presidency. Yeah. You can already see that. It's obvious what's going on.
Yeah.
All right.
True. All right, y'all. Thank you. Oh, let me thank everybody for your donations. Let me go through this. Yolanda, I think I already thanked you for this. You have a membership. Thank you. Jeffrey Massey, super chat. Thank you. Everybody gonna get this work under this president. You ain't never lie. Animal advocate. Knowledge is power. Yes, it is. Oh God. Funny how these alleged rights have never been applied equally to us, but suddenly they want us to cry about it being stripped of rights we never had. Notice everyone bugging out except for us. You got that right. We ain't got no reason to be bugging out. For real.
No, it's nothing to fear or anything like that. But that's what they want. They want us to have fear.
Yes.
And I keep my energy focused on Yahweh.
That's all we need to do. Stay prayed up, y'all. Dark skinned brother, thank you for the super chat and thank you for your unrelenting support.
Yeah, me too. That's what I meant to say. Dark skinned brother, I can't thank you enough.
Yes, you are very supportive.
Lord have mercy. Every time I turn around.
Yeah, keep up the amazing work, my warrior sisters. Yeah. Dark skinned brother, once again, fat joke. Lean back and got stuck. Yeah.
Okay.
And again, dark skinned brother, I would hate to be around him
when his poop bag burst.
Oh,
Woo!
Lord.
FBA Baby Boomer, thank you for the super chat. It would be interesting. Look how the feds put RICO charges on one man and didn't do it the same to those January 6th insurrectionist rioters. I'm no fan of Dusty Diddy, but they railroad us all the time. Yeah, they do. They do. Dark skinned brother, thank you again. Biden, let me see. Biden walks like he got butt problems.
He do. He do. He look like he got a pole up his ass.
He shuffles. Yeah, he shuffles when he walks. That's very true. He really does.
He sure does.
He got that old man shuffle.
He just aged quickly out of nowhere.
But you know what? I think he had those problems going into office. They just hid it. I really think he did. I don't think that came after he became president. I think he was already like that, and they just did a good job at hiding it.
Yeah, and it came out during the debates.
Yes.
Yeah,
See, nobody that could help or cover up for him in that instance. That's why it came out.
I loved every moment of it because I can't stand that dog. You out there muffling and all that kind of stuff. I said, yeah, go ahead with your bad self.
Yeah. So he's gone, and hopefully we won't have to look at him again like we don't really have to look at the other former presidents. He'll just go somewhere and retire, and nobody will have to hear from him again.
Yep. So we'll just watch Trump do what he do. We know what he owns.
Yep, we sure do.
Let the games begin.
All right, y'all. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. And True Royal, thank you for being on the panel with me. Okay, Shalom, family.
All right. Ashe to the royal family.